15 seconds. Five seconds. All right, you're going to be on.
All right, folks, we just finished up the national anthem. Still finishing. There it is. All right, folks, we're in Alamogordo, New Mexico at the Alamogordo High School football field. The gray turf is a little bit different than we're typically used to, and it is a different feature that the Cavemen have not played on this year, but it is turf that they are used to. The Cavemen come into this game 2-1 in district, and Alamogordo comes into this game 1-2. This is supposed to be a very close matchup. Both teams with similar strengths. Ruben, I know the Cavemen have really had a great run in their year on defense. Offensively, they've seen more clicking on the pass game this year with Marley Munoz taking control and really getting comfortable throwing on the run.
Yeah, he has for sure, and I think just the more games he gets, the more experience, he's just feeling more comfortable. And then with Eloy coming back, it just brings another weapon to the table for the receiving core.
Absolutely. Okay, so there it is, guys. Alamogordo coming out. They are repping a lot of pink features in their uniforms, and it is going to be one of their pink games for breast cancer awareness here in Alamogordo. Beautiful night, perfect night for football, and the Cavemen looking to have things clicking on really on both sides of the ball tonight. I know that Coach Sanders really kind of keyed in on these boys being ready for this game. They've had some ups and downs, but the last game that they played, they had a really good outing on defense, and they obviously had a really good outing on offense. They beat Oregon Mountain 35-7 on the road on a Saturday midday game. And so if you can win on a Saturday where you had to get up early in the morning, get on the road, and go and perform, you would expect them to be fired up just as much for a Friday night game under the lights on the road in Alamogordo. A little bit shorter of a drive, too.
Yeah, and it's also a very, very nice, like a breeze going through the field. I think everything is just a nice night for football. I feel like you're going to be able to throw the ball with the wind, but against the wind, it's going to be short passes because that wind's blowing pretty brisk.
Absolutely, folks. Tonight is one of those kinds of games that really defines a season. The Cavemen have had themselves a pretty darn good season so far, Ruben. 4 wins this year, and this would be the game that would ensure they had not a losing season, I guess you would say, but a chance at a winning season for sure. They would be at a 500 at the very least. So tonight's game is huge, a big step in the right direction for Cavemen football. Tonight, Cavemen football rocking the all whites, white pants, white socks, white jerseys, and even white wrapped helmets, Ruben. They've probably gone through 4 different helmet wraps this year. And from my understanding, the coaching staff, the training staff, they jump in on this job of wrapping these helmets, and it takes about 30 minutes per helmet. So you can imagine
that's a job,
with what, 45, 50 guys getting on the road, that's a lot of helmets, a lot of time.
Yeah, I think I would just show each player how to do his own helmet. And say,
exactly.
We're good.
Yeah, I'll double check it. Okay, you're good. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, we've got captains meeting in the middle of the field as we prepare for kickoff. This is going to be one of those games, folks, that we are kind of looking forward to all year long. This is the one. Stick around. We're going to be right back here in just a moment and kick off here shortly.
Clear.
All right, folks, for those of you watching online, trying to get a camera up, it is giving us some issues, so I might just have to go with the laptop camera if we need to do so. We'll see if we can make that happen.
On YouTube and hits for Facebook.
The Cavemen are getting lined up. It looks like they're going to receive, which is always a good thing because then you get the ball in the second half.
All right, guys, so we're getting ready to get back on radio. Cavemen set to receive, and it's a beautiful night here in Alamogordo as we get things ready for the kickoff. Right now, kicking off for the Alamogordo Tigers is number 26, Damian Moreno. Here it comes. The kick is a line drive on the right side. It is picked up by Bobby Castañeda. He goes across the field towards Eloy Lopez. He doesn't have much place to run, but he finds a way, and he cracks through on the right side. Nobody's going to get to him. He's got one guy to beat. He's blocked. Bobby Castañeda to the house. Let's start this game off hot. I don't see, we
There's
see a
penalty
flag on the field. So we're going to see what that is. I'm hoping that that is looks like it is going to be a personal foul against the offense. So, of course, just when we get excited to get things started, this special teams has been crazy this year for the Cavemen.
Yeah, the way Bobby picked up the ball on the right side of the field, and he went all the way across to the other side of the field, I thought for sure he was going to have a hard time getting any yardage on it. But I feel like maybe it was clipping, but I felt like somebody hit somebody from Alamogordo pretty hard, and he went down solid. And I can't believe that would be the penalty, but I guess that's a possibility.
All right, so guys, it is going to be Caveman ball, unfortunately, on the 5-yard line. So Cavemen looking to start out from a rough field position to make things work out here at the hands of Marley Munoz. Here comes the snap. He tosses this one forward. This one is going to get some good positive yardage, about 6 yards there.
Back on the air in
And that one is on the carry from number 11, Jaden Harper. So Jaden Harper has been mixing into this offense more and more
5 seconds.
throughout this season as we've seen the Cavemen get more comfortable
You're
with more people involved in this game, Ruben. Guys, welcome back to Carlsbad Radio, 96.3 FM, 93.6 FM, KAMQ. Here is Marley Munoz, gets the snap. Here's the pass over to Bobby Castañeda. He breaks a tackle, and he gets over almost out of bounds on the Alamogordo sideline. That's going to be a first down and some for Bobby Castañeda. So that duo has been electric this year. Exactly what we expected was to have a big year for Bobby Castañeda, but we weren't sure where the quarterback position was going to lie this year, Ruben, until we had found, Marley Munoz get his chance and come out and do a really good job.
Yeah, he has. He's done well, and he's also just gotten more comfortable each snap.
All right, so here comes Marley Munoz for a deep pass. He's got a guy wide open. He's got to get there.
Oh.
Just misses it by a couple of steps. And that one does not connect, unfortunately. So still trying to figure out the whole camera situation, not really doing it here. So guys, do me a favor, go on over to Carlsbad Radio YouTube and try your hand there. Should be a little bit better. But guys, if you are on Carlsbad Radio listening at home, Marley Munoz has an absolute cannon, Ruben.
Yeah, he does. Now
Here
he's
he
gonna run.
goes, running in as himself on the right side. This is going to be about 3 yards of a gain for the Cavemen. So a nice little yardage gain there, but not enough there for the first down. So the Cavemen are going to have a 3rd and 5 to go.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't handed the ball off yet to Brock, and Brock's probably just itching to get the ball.
No, absolutely. So here it comes, the snap. Munoz has plenty of time going to his right, stops, guns it downfield. He's got Jaden Harper, and he drops it. Unfortunately, a tough catch attempt there, but it does not come down in bounds or into his hands, so that's going to do it for the Cavemen. On 4th and 5, they would be taking a huge risk here. I would imagine right here, Ruben, if the offense keeps it, it's going to be a hard count.
Yeah, I think it's a punt situation for
Okay.
sure.
There
I
it
just
is.
feel like Marley has had so much time in the backfield. Like their offensive line is just killing it, keeping the defenders from getting to him.
Absolutely. So Munoz. No, I'm sorry. I think
it
that's
Bobby?
Bobby Castañeda back to punt. No, it looks like Munoz was back to punt, and they faked it. A nice special teams move there. So I was looking at him, and I thought, that looks like Munoz, but we're used to Bobby Castañeda punting it, so it was a little bit different. Very similar build in the two players, but when we saw him get the snap and turn, you could see number 14, and he made a beautiful pass right across the middle to Bobby Castañeda, who gets it to a first down. And the Cavemen, the improbable first down. And Ruben, nobody has more confidence in this Caveman offense than Cale Sanders right now.
Yeah, for sure. Just looked automatic right there.
So Munoz gets the snap, hands it off here to Brock Wright. Brock Wright looked like he had kind of opened up his body a bit there, so he was holding on to that ball with just one hand when he was going down, but he held on to it tight enough. He still had it. So a few yards on that play there. It's going to make it 2nd and 7 for the Cavemen. So the Cavemen, a new life after that 4th down special teams fake punt. And, of course, Brock Wright in the backfield with Munoz. He's going to get the ball handed to him once again. He found a hole there. He's going to get a first down, and he gets tripped up. But that was about a 15-yard gain for the star running back for the Cavemen. So the Cavemen now in great field position, the 35-yard line here, and the Cavemen definitely want nothing to do with a field goal here on this first drive. They want to score. It's going to be all or nothing for this Caveman squad, Ruben, I'd imagine.
Yeah, especially right now they're going against the wind. No, actually they're going with the wind, so that's probably not a bad idea, but 7 points is way better than 3.
All right, so here's the handoff to Brock Wright again to the left side. He breaks and bounces up the left side. He's at the 20-yard line, the 15. He's going to lower his head and get himself all the way to the 6-yard line. We'll see where they spot this, Ruben, but we've been talking about Cam Scadaboo of the New York Giants. He played last night on Thursday Night Football, and he is not afraid to lower his head right there. Brock Wright lowered his head, and really, you kind of risk things when you do that. Hope to never see him get hurt doing something like that, but it definitely got him about 4 more yards just lowering his head and pushing through, but that's going to be a holding call on the Cavemen. They're going to move that ball back, unfortunately. Ruben, last week the Cavemen played against Oregon Mountain. There was 27 penalties in that game, and the state definitely took some footage of that and just kind of reviewed it just to look it over. I asked Coach about it. He said it wasn't per se under review like it was a bad thing, but they were just kind of looking things over to see how we can keep games going faster.
Yeah.
But here's Munoz. He's going to bounce out to his left side, rolling out, throws a strike to Eloy Lopez, who had it right in his chest and dropped it. That would have been a nice, at least, Ruben, 12-yard gain for the Cavemen.
Yeah, for sure. It looked like he had it in his hand, and he got hit right as soon as he caught it, but I still thought he should have pulled it in.
So 7 minutes, 44 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Cavemen eating up clock and trying to get back to that first down territory. They have 2nd and 20 here, so a tough situation, but the Cavemen have maneuvered their way into a very long drive here, Ruben, and still right here around center of the field. So
Another
here's a
pass
Marley
play.
Munoz pass again. This one to Jaden Harper. Harper snags this one, holds on to it. He got hit pretty hard initially. As soon as he got that ball, he was hit. He held on to it. Good football play from Jaden Harper.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like he's getting more comfortable with the offense, and it's just one more weapon for the Cavemen to have on offense.
Exactly. All right, so Cavemen in their huddle now at 3rd and 10. So back to the original line of scrimmage. So this is at the 35-yard line. 9 seconds on the play clock. Trips right, and there's a flag right there. It's not a delay of game. We're going to see what it was. Could it have been a false start? Yes, it looks like it is.
Movement, yeah.
Sanders very upset with this one, putting his hands out, putting his palms out, looking at the referee. Now he's having a conversation with the sideline ref there as well. So now it's 3rd and 15. Cavemen have kind of come to expect to play out of penalties this year because that's what they've been doing a lot of.
For sure.
Unfortunately, some mistakes that have been tough, but they do a good job of bouncing back. Here's Munoz, who dropped back, but it just took off right away, Ruben. It seemed like he had some time, but he wanted to get out of there.
I think he felt like he had a hole, so he shot forward to take advantage of that, and it closed up real quick. So he only probably got about 1 or 2 yards, maybe.
Guys, on the All Sports Best YouTube channel this week, expected to publish on Monday, Nolan Perry, drafted out of high school through the Cavemen baseball program, joined us for the podcast. That will be released on Monday on the All Sports Best YouTube channel. Go and check that out.
Oh,
cool
shoot.
story. Here's a bad snap for the punt to Bobby Castaneda. He went and got it. This one, a beautiful punt. Even against all odds, can the Cavemen stop it? No, it goes into the end zone, so it will be a touchback, and the Tigers will have it on the 20-yard line. But, Ruben, that could have been really, really bad. Castaneda got back there. His athleticism helped him pick the ball up, turn around, and still get his leg around to kick that ball. That's not easy to do.
No, for sure. That was a nice play on his part, but we got to get that snap right. That that's a play where he could have kicked a straight up punt where they could have pinned him real deep because it wasn't a real long punt, but that ended up being a long punt because of the situation.
Exactly. Line drive low. 5 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock, folks. 0-0. Now Alamogordo with their first play of the game offensively.
Nathaniel Best is their quarterback.
So Best has it in the shotgun. He's going to take this one himself. Goes to the right side. He's going to get about 5 yards. Still up. Had a few Cavemen try and tackle him. Lennon Annanens had him initially, but he pushed through him and got an extra couple of yards there. Looks like he's going to get spotted for 8 yards on that play. So he was definitely hit at the 5-yard line, or maybe a little before that. Still able to get it to the 8 yards on that play. So the defense for the Cavemen expecting to be locked down here. Looks like we've got Annanens on his own over here on the right side, but Ty Young came to his aid, and there's a handoff there. Alamogordo able to advance that ball about 1.5 yards. They're going to see where it's spotted, and it is just on the line. So that's going to be a first down for Alamogordo. So, Ruben, we saw a couple weeks back Ty Young was not in the game, and now he's back. So Cavemen a little bit more whole there on the defensive side.
Yeah, for sure, and he's a good, solid defensive player.
So Alamogordo under center. Here's a toss back to their running back. Number 3 going to take this one to about 6 yards gain. That's number 3, Bryson Bloom. Bryson Bloom listed as a junior for the Tigers. Again, guys, to paint you the picture, beautiful night here in Alamogordo. Nice, crisp air. Not a ton of wind. Well, actually a decent amount of wind blowing against the Tigers, who are on offense right now. A gray turf with black end zones and yellow, I guess, borders around the field. So just to paint the picture there of what we're looking at here. Here's the snap here in the shotgun. Best acted like he was going to run it, turned to throw it. Looks like he's got a guy wide open. He's going to be all alone. That is a touchdown, Alamogordo. This Alamogordo team, this Alamogordo offense looking hot early, and they took no time at all to score right there, Ruben. It took them just about a little under 4 minutes to get that ball into the end zone, and that one, a beautiful pass over the top all by himself.
I couldn't tell if that was number 10 or number 18. Aiden Rowe or Tristan Bowman.
I believe that was number 10.
Okay.
Tristan Bowman, the junior for Alamogordo,
He was
ended up
wide
getting
open.
the touchdown there. To give you a comparison of these two teams, folks, Carlsbad 2-1 in district, Alamogordo 1-2 in district, but both of them are neck and neck in the race to a playoff. Here is the snap for the extra point. The kick is through. And that's going to make it 7-0 Alamogordo. And it doesn't feel like there's a ton of people in the stands, but Ruben, I think that can be all thanks to the fact that these bleachers are humongous.
Yeah, they're
so
pretty
they
big.
are loud. They are making noise here in Alamogordo for their team. They're here in the stands. Folks, we're going to be right back. Stick around. We got more for you here in just a moment. Listening right here on KAMQ, Carlsbad Radio.
That's good news. Tigers are up 7-0. Good opportunity to remind you, hit those concessions. Hit the boosters down there.
Yeah.
Grab some gear. Get signed up for some cash. 9014.
All right, guys. So for those of you watching on the YouTube broadcast, we appreciate you guys. Try to get a second stream going for you to have a couple of options, but did not work out. So we are here, but here on Carlsbad Radio. We appreciate you guys for listening to the show. Coach came through for the coaches show this week. We did it in his office once again, and the Cavemen decided a few days ago that they were going to do the all whites on the road, and they kind of blend in with the turf, Ruben, from where
Yeah.
we're seeing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so number 26, Damian Moreno, going to kick this one off to the Cavemen. This one, another line drive. Nice hop up to Eloy Lopez. He's going straight at him. He's going to get taken down at the 26-yard line, Ruben. Looked like he was just going to get straight the first contact he saw.
Yeah.
Right at him.
I think he's got to get used to running balls back. I feel like this is the first or second time that we've seen, because we weren't in Las Cruces last week. But yeah, he was ready to go down. But at least we had no penalties on that play, so we have better field position than the last time.
Earlier this year, we saw a lot of Evan Leos in that position where Eloy is today, and not sure what happened there that things changed, but he had some really good returns there for the Cavemen as well. Here's Marley Munoz. He's going to take this one himself on the right side, an easy first down, and he's going to get into open field. He steps out of bounds, but that's a first down. Looking for flags on the field, don't see one. That's going to be a first down, Caveman. Nice play by the junior quarterback.
Yeah, it's always difficult to see a good play and then not see a penalty flag, because I feel like that's always coming with that.
Right, exactly. So when we can get away or get a nice play off and not find yellow on the field, it is a nice relief for sure.
Did he go out of bounds earlier? Because I feel like
It looked like it.
yeah.
I guess he must have gone out of bounds earlier than we thought. It's
Yeah.
still a first down. So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Munoz in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. He acted like he was going to run it. Drops back to pass. This one is over the top to Bobby Castaneda. That's going to be a touchdown for the Cavemen. No flags on the field. Beautiful play. Perfect pass. Ruben couldn't have been placed better.
No, I like that. I like the way he did like a fake, like he was going to run the ball, and then it kind of drew everybody in, and then he backed up and had a lot of time. And it also probably made the defender back off a little bit. So, yeah, that was nice.
Exactly. Bobby Castaneda had the master plan the entire time, took off, and you know he can get away from his defender, and right there he did. Caught that one in stride, a beautiful pass there. Gorgeous spiral from Marley Munoz, and this is a great duo this year, Ruben. It's fun to watch them, and here's the kick from Lennon Ananins for the extra point, and that's going to tie things up here. 7-7. The Cavemen have come to play offensively. They've done pretty well. They had to turn it over on a punt on their first drive, but second time around they said, no, sir, we are not going to give you the ball with a 7-0 lead. So here it is. Cavemen, 7-7. Guys, we're going to be right back here in just a moment. 96.3 FM KAMQ here on Carlsbad Radio.
And you're clear.
Awesome.
30. You want the 30 seconds?
Yes, please. Just 3's cool.
Okay. You got 5 seconds.
All right, folks, back at it again here in Alamogordo. The gorgeous night was the perfect backdrop for that deep throw by Marley Munoz. But the Cavemen able to bring this back within 0. I don't know why I said bring it back within. They are tied up 7-7. Cavemen with a perfect pass. And I think right now, Ruben, one of the biggest things the Cavemen have been able to achieve is a lot of success through trick plays and things like that. I mean, right there, Munoz faked like he was going to keep that one. He had a successful run just a couple plays earlier. And, you know, if you see that, if you're Alamogordo, you're like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. He drops back. Felt comfortable. It looked like he was really comfortable. The line held their own, and Ruben, a lot to be said about this offensive line.
Well, that's what looks so good about the Cavemen right now. Their confidence is just huge, just like when they went for it on the fake punt a while ago, and then they just, on that one, he just drops back, like fakes and drops back, and he's got all day.
Yes, absolutely. So here it is. Annanens to kick things off. This one a line drive right at the returner, and he caught this one at his chest. He's going to take this one back to the 25, 26. Going to be downed at around the 28-yard line.
Is this number 14?
Number 14, Nathaniel Ceres. Ceres. Okay. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. And again, Ruben, based off of what we've seen just in this first quarter alone, we are going to have a fun game, especially through the air.
Yeah, it looks like the offenses are going to click on both sides, and it'll be a high-scoring affair.
7 seconds on the play clock, 5 seconds on the play clock. Alamogordo waiting to snap it. They get it off. Fake the handoff. Best still going to hold on to this one. He's got a lot of room to run. One guy to beat. Ty Young's not going to get there. Rio Sanchez not going to get there. And one play later, the Alamogordo Tigers with another 6 on the board. That one on the ground. Ruben, their quarterback, we were told he was going to be athletic. He is showing that very early in this game offensively.
Yeah, I talked to one guy, and he said, yeah, we have a really good quarterback, and he's big part of the offense, and it's showing right there.
So big play there. Here is the extra point kick attempt as they get things set here. Bad snap. No, they're going to use this one as a trick play, and no, it's not going to work out. Tried for the 2-point conversion, so the Cavemen going to benefit off of that botched trick play. 14-13, Cavemen lead, but Alamogordo very quickly. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. 13-7, Alamogordo leads, but they wanted a little bit more there than just that extra point. They went for the 2-point conversion. 2 minutes on the clock remain here. The Cavemen are going to receive. We're gonna see if they get a little bit tricky here on the return on either side of the ball. Wind still a factor here, blowing behind the Cavemen, so that's something that could be to their advantage if the end of this quarter comes down to the wire, or the end of this half comes down to the wire and we need to get a ball up in the air. Might have an extra 5 yards behind each kick for Lennon Annanens with the wind blowing in his favor. All right, so number 26 for Alamogordo is going to be the one again kicking off, Damian Moreno. He's got himself quite the leg here, hitting some line drives. We'll see what they have here. This one, another low shot here on the hop there. Lopez lets this one bounce into the end zone. It looked like he tried to touch it there, which could have been
Dangerous.
pretty tough if it would have bounced off of him and gotten into open field, but it will be Caveman ball at the 20-yard line.
Well, I really like the way the high school football still has the traditional kickoffs and run backs, because I am not in agreement with the NFL, the way they set it up, and I feel like they're just trying to keep people from getting hurt, but at the same time, it's taking a lot away from the game of football.
Sure, that is one of the more explosive things of watching a pro game, is seeing that possibility of a kick return turning into a touchdown. Here's the Cavemen offense trying to match what Alamogordo is able to do. They hand this one off to Brock Wright. He's going to get 6 yards on the carry. Got stalled a couple of times on that run and kept moving the legs. Got 6 yards out of it. So Brock Wright, definitely the definition of a power running back for the Cavemen.
Yes, he is.
So a minute 33 here in this quarter for the Cavemen. Munoz has been doing really well with the wind behind him. He's going to have to face it here in just a moment. Here's a pass out towards the sideline. That's going to be caught by Jaden Harper. Ruben, Jaden Harper getting a lot more targets in the last few games than we've seen all year.
Yeah. It started out we'd get maybe one pass, maybe a game, and now it's getting to where, heck, he's already gotten 3 receptions just so far in the first quarter.
So 13-7, the Alamogordo Tigers lead here in the second quarter. In the first quarter, I'm sorry, right before the second quarter. Munoz in the shotgun. Brock Wright to his right now. He's going to hand this one. Oh, he fakes the handoff, holds on to it himself. He's going to get the first down. He's going to break a tackle, get a couple more yards. He's still on his feet, and they're going to push him forward.
That was solid.
Wow, Ruben, that's about a 12-yard gain for Marley Munoz, which initially it looks like it's going to Brock Wright. He's been successful on the ground, but so has Marley Munoz. And when you have that 1-2 combination, it's hard to really keep tabs on both from that defense.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the defense, especially when they're passing to 4 or 5 different receivers, and then you got both of them in the backfield. So now they got 2 guys in the backfield, so they don't even know where it's going to go.
So here's the snap. This one, a handoff to Brock Wright. Again, another good show of positive yardage there. 3 yards on the play. So it's going to make it 2nd and 7. Cavemen looking slick in their all-white uniforms. The icy whites. That's what I'm going to call them, at least. 21 seconds left on the clock here. Might be one of the last plays, if not the last play. Munoz drops back. Plenty of time. One guy coming at him. He gets a pass off. This one goes to Bobby Castaneda. It's caught. He's tackled. That is about a 16-yard gain. Bobby Castaneda, sticky hands.
Yeah, he just looks like he makes it look so easy. You know what I mean? And then he gets out of bounds, and then he just kind of points to the first down marker. So, yeah, he's just playing like lights out.
I think right now, if you're watching this, you're a young kid that aspires to play football at the high school level. You're watching and you see Bobby Castaneda and you see Jaden Harper right now, and the way that these guys are just catching balls, it looks comfortable. It's like, maybe that's a position I want to play. It looks easy.
Yeah,
it's not as easy as they make it look.
Yeah, it looks fun.
9 seconds on the clock here, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout.
They may want to try to air one up before the quarter's over, because this will be the last play for sure of the first quarter.
So with 1st and 10 and 9 seconds left here in the first quarter, Cavemen going to take a timeout. And we're going to be right back, folks, after a few messages from our sponsors. 96.3 FM KAMQ, right here on Carlsbad Radio. Stick around. Thank you. All right, for those of you listening at home, we appreciate you guys for tuning in right there on YouTube. Again, wanted to let you guys know that we do have the welcome back, folks, right here on Carlsbad Radio. I'm Trey here with Ruben. of All Sports Best here alongside Carlsbad Radio. Mike Brunell on the production tonight. We've got Marley Munoz faking the run, drops back for a pass. It's almost picked off, but it bounces out of the defender's hands. And who's there to catch it, Ruben? Jaden Harper makes the play. Wow, what a play for the Cavemen. And really, more than anything, a lucky play for the Cavemen right there before the end of the quarter. So that is going to be a big one, folks. So that's going to do it for the end of this quarter, guys. First quarter sponsored in part by Forest Tire, Tate Branch Autoplex, BES Supply, Dentonwood Funeral Home, Carter's Air Conditioning, and Thunder Run Concrete. We appreciate our sponsors. We're going to be back here shortly after this quick break from our sponsors. All right, guys. I mean, Ruben, we're looking at this game, and it has been really fun one to watch here tonight so far.
Yeah, it has. It's an exciting first quarter. I'm looking forward to the rest of this half. The only difference is we're not going to have that 40 or 50-yard pass because of the wind differential.
See, and I don't see the difference happening right there. The Alamogordo just made a play that was deep like that. If anybody can make that happen, it's Marlon Munoz.
Yeah, that's true.
So, again, guys, can't say it enough. Beautiful night here in Alamogordo. Nice breeze for the people in the stands. Home side filled up pretty nicely, and this is a large amount of stands here in Alamogordo, Ruben. It is a haul up the stairs because of how much there is. So here's the first snap for the Cavemen of the second quarter. They're going to hand this one off to Brock Wright, and he's going to lose yards there. First time of the night. Negative yardage for the run game there for Brock Wright. So it's going to be a loss of 3 yards for the Cavemen. So it's going to make it 2nd and 13. 11 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock. Cavemen on the right hash. And 3 receivers out left, 1 to the right. Harper's on the right by himself. Here's Munoz. He hands this one off to Brock Wright, and the running game is getting stifled a little bit on this
There's a penalty
drive right now since the second quarter has begun. But there is a flag on the play, Ruben. What are we going to see here?
I'm thinking it's holding. That's what the signal looks like, but we'll see what the head
Yes,
referee
it is.
says.
It's holding on the offense, so this one's going to be another setback for the Cavemen. So you can imagine they're going to resort to the game in the air a little bit more here offensively. Ruben, in years past, we've seen a lot of Cavemen teams where we just don't go to that. Even if we've got, 2nd and 30, we're going to put this ball on the ground. Ruben, this year we have seen a big difference in the coaching staff's, confidence in the air.
I feel like Sanders has just gotten to where he's opened up the playbook, got more confidence in his receivers and his quarterback and his passing game, where you would think Brock Wright would get 40 carries. Now it's getting to where it's kind of beginning to be a balanced offense.
And I think it's honestly way better for Brock Wright in that regard. It's less wear and tear. It's less fatigue throughout the game. And he's still going to go hard every single play.
Okay, we got another
getting
penalty
a whistle
flag
there
of some
from
kind.
the referees. So it was just a referee timeout there. Looks like a quick mistake there, but 10 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock ticking. 18 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time for the Cavemen. Munoz gets the snap, he drops back, looks to his left, finds a guy he likes, and this one is picked up
by
from
quarterback.
Alamogordo. And Munoz is going to get, no, he's not going to get there. This one might be a pick six. Nobody's there to get him. A pick six for Alamogordo, and that one was picked off by Nathaniel Best, who has been the one to blame for every touchdown so far for Alamogordo. 1 in the air, 1 on the ground, and 1 in a pick six. Talk about a two-way player for Alamogordo.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I saw him as the free safety back there, and I thought, dang, the dude plays both ways, and as a quarterback, that's pretty tough. But, man,
be tough.
He's a good athlete.
I'll tell you what, that guy knows his team's playbook inside and out. There's no doubt about it. So 10 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock, and Alamogordo trying to bury the Cavemen a little bit here in this first half as much as possible. Looks like they're going to get back for the extra point. We'll see if they try and make this a 2-point conversion, and the play is dropped there, and he's going to get tackled there with ease. So 2 failed extra point attempts for Alamogordo. It's going to make it the odd score of 19-7.
Yeah, who had that score in the second quarter?
Ruben, I was looking at something that they keep track of in the NFL, at least just like, you know, statisticians and stuff, that it's rare now that there are scores at the end of the games that are unique. And the other day they had one, and it was like they made a big deal out of it. And it's just funny when you get these kinds of scores, but 19-7 probably hasn't happened a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean the 7 is like all the time, but the
Yeah.
19 is 2 extra missed extra points. Yeah, that's a
Right,
tough one.
or 4 field goals. It's a lot of them. So, anyways, folks, we're going to be right back here in just a moment. This break brought to you by Southern Tire Mart, Carlsbad Medical Center, Tate Branch GMC, and U First Credit Union.
They're going to run out of footballs if they keep scoring the way they are.
Yeah, the Cavemen defense, not the one to blame on that last one. It was a pick 6, and I mean, right now, player of the game without question is Nathaniel Best. I mean, it's hard to even consider anybody else right now with what he's been able to do for Alamogordo. But Ruben, no doubt in my mind, the Cavemen have all the abilities to make this comeback here in this game. It's still early, plenty of time, and this offense has shown what they're capable of. It has just been penalties that have hurt the Cavemen more than anything.
Well, the thing that's tough is the defense is having to play a lot of time on the field because of that. So they're going to definitely have to get that offense going.
All right, so here it is, the kickoff there. This one's going to be dropped by Eloy Lopez, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 1-yard line. That is another rarity there I have not seen for the Cavemen. So this one was a line drive, Ruben, probably an easy one to just let go into the end zone for a touchback, but the Cavemen are going to get pinned at about the 1.5-yard line. That one is a tough situation. So let's paint the picture for those of you listening on the radio. It was a line drive kickoff. This one with Eloy Lopez back alongside Bobby Castaneda. I went to Eloy's side. It bounced off of his hands, and then because he tried to catch it kind of away from his body, it would have been a tough catch to make. It bounced out, and it dribbled out of bounds right before he was able to pick it up. So this is going to be a real rough situation for the Cavemen. We'll see if they can get out of this one here on this drive, their first drive of the second quarter. Their first full drive of the second quarter. Here is the first play, and it's going to be Marley Munoz trying to get out of the backfield. Looks like he's going to get tackled right back at the line of scrimmage, basically, is where they're spotting this one. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 at around the 2-yard line. So clock is running, 9 minutes, 50 seconds here. Tigers lead over the Cavemen 19-7. So 14 seconds on the play clock. Band playing, keeping the energy up here for the home team. Cavemen trying to get out from this tough situation. 2 seconds on the play clock. Doesn't look like they're going to get this one off. They do just in time. Munoz going to air this one out here over the top to Bobby Castaneda. He makes the play. How did he catch that, Ruben? I didn't see a window for him to make that play.
No, that was a definitely over the top with the guy's hand in his face catch. I don't even know how the pass could have been so perfect, too.
I don't know if that really happened. That was a really great play. So great play by Bobby Castaneda. All the faith in the world from that Marley Munoz selection there. I mean, he saw Bobby being covered up quite a bit and still put the ball in that area to give him a chance, and Bobby Castaneda will give you a chance.
Well, that's especially when you're thrown out of your own end zone with no time on the play clock. You know what I mean? You're just hurrying up all the way around, and you make a perfect pass.
9 minutes on the clock. Munoz here to hand it off. No, he holds on to it, keeps it himself. He's got some room to run just a bit. And that one looked like a pretty tough hit to take, but Caveman quarterback still able to get about 8 yards on that play. Good play there by Munoz, and the fake handoff is a great starter for any play for this Caveman team right now.
Yeah, and I was listening to Cam Newton today on the TV show, and he was saying when he would punish the defense, when he'd put his head down and go, because remember how solid and strong he was?
That was a
He
big
would,
man.
Yeah, he would put it on him.
Probably 6'5".
Yeah, about 250.
Big old dude. 8 minutes, 20 seconds. Here's a Brock Wright run. This is going to be a first down and some. He's got a block. Here he goes. He's at the 20-yard line. Stiff arm. He's going to get to the 11-yard line. Ruben, what a run there by Brock Wright. And he didn't get a full strength stiff arm there off, but he almost did, and that would have been a few more yards. Looks like there's a player down on the field for Alamogordo. Unfortunately, they're going to have their trainers go and check on him as the Cavemen take a quick break. Great run there by Brock Wright, and the Cavemen trying to get that touchdown to spark that offensive momentum once again. We're going to be right back, folks, here in just a moment. This break brought to you by Constructors Inc., Desert Hill Electric, XL Energy, Steel Depot, and Albertsons Market.
You're cleared. Just one commercial.
Yes. 8 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock here during this injury timeout. Still some training personnel on the field, coaches, and they're starting to clear off now. Cavemen getting back onto the field for the snap. And Ruben, looking at this right now, looks like the Cavemen fan group traveled pretty well tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty good showing there. Probably about 250 people. So there's a fake handoff. Marley Munoz still has it. He's going to take this one to the 5-yard line. So they did not give Wright the ball down at the 11-yard line. It looks like they spotted him at about the 14. But Munoz able to take that one to what I thought was the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it was.
And now it's at the 7-yard line. So some of these spots a little bit less favorable for the Cavemen, but still good pickups for each of these plays for the Cavemen.
Yeah, I don't know how he went to set it down at the 5 and then just thought, you know what, let's just see if nobody notices.
7 minutes, 23 seconds. Here's the fake handoff. Munoz to his left. He rolls out. Line drive. And this one goes low, out of the reach of the defender, but you can see he was trying to squeeze that one in somewhere, and luckily nobody had that one. It looks like Sanders is going to tell him, look, when we're this close in the red zone, you can't just throw it into traffic. If you see something, go for it, but if not, maybe try and take that one and run. It looked like he had some space to run.
He had some heavy pressure. He had 2 guys rushing him, so he had a little bit of pressure. But yeah, if he could have got away from them, he might have had plenty of yards.
He's got some speed to get, some getaway speed for sure, which is nice. 7 minutes, 14 seconds. We're going to hand this one off to Brock Wright. He's going to get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. He might he's pushing through. Ruben,
he's going all the way to the first down. That might be a first down.
Push.
Yeah, that was like 5 guys pushing him, and they didn't blow the whistle, so they just kept moving their feet. That was a nice play.
That was 5 guys without the fries. Come on now.
That was 5 guys without $28 for a burger.
Okay, all right. 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Cavemen with the ball on the 2-yard line, but a brand new set of downs, 1st and goal. So they've got to squeeze this one in. Ruben, are they going to run this one in? I would imagine.
That's Brock Wright's territory right here.
I think so too. I think that's all him. And here it is. There's the they're going to give it to him, and he walks this one in.
Yep.
A Brock Wright touchdown on the beautiful play up the middle. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left on the clock, and the Cavemen get their second score of the game. So it's going to make it 19-13. I don't see a flag on the play. It's going to be Cavemen adding 6 to their scoreboard and a chance at the extra point here as well.
Looks like Jeremiah Carrasco's down right there. I don't know if he twisted something or.
You hate to see that.
No, for sure. Offensive lineman, big guy.
So we've got
our trainers on the job.
Taking a look at him, and looks like it is a lower extremity injury. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back. This break brought to you by Keystone Pump and Supply, Carlsbad Ford, Domino's Pizza, and Eddie Federal Credit Union.
Oh, no, it's Tristan Munoz.
Okay, so Tristan Munoz, one of the starting offensive linemen. That is a big hit for the Cavemen line, unfortunately. And we hope that this is something. Luckily, he is walking off. That's a great sign. You know, if you have something that's pretty severe, you're typically getting helped off the field. Looks like they're just standing next to him to just monitor how he's walking. He is limping off, but hopefully it's something that they can maybe stretch out or something that's maybe a cramp or something like that.
For sure.
6 minutes, 37 seconds on the clock. It is 19-13. Cavemen for the extra point here. Still no added points to the scoreboard there here in Alamogordo for some reason. There they go. And the extra point, no good.
No good?
I believe they waved it off.
No, I think it was good.
Was it good? Okay.
Yes.
So now the Cavemen. So after that extra point from Lennon Annanens, by the way, kind of a cool fun fact, Lennon Annanens set the school record and really busted the school record for extra points by a kicker. I think the previous line was set at like, I don't know, let's say 52, and he's at like 65. So he's broken it for a while. I think they kind of forgot to celebrate that, but he having a great year this year, and of course being able to get starting kicking going as a freshman is a pretty big deal too.
Yeah, and he's only, what, a junior?
He's a junior.
Yeah, so he's got a little more time to keep tacking it on.
All right, so yeah, it looks like it was no good.
Right.
So I'm getting false information from my co-host here that was in fact a good field goal. It was not. It is 19-13. Cavemen not able to connect on that extra point. So they're getting ready to kick off here.
I'm really surprised that number 1 isn't their guy to run this ball back.
This might be his one chance to get a little bit of rest in this game because he's playing both sides of the ball and playing crucial positions.
Yeah, it looks like Aiden Rowe and Nathaniel Setis are the two back for, or is it it's number 10, Tristan Bowman, my bad.
All right, so guys, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by True Blue Services, Artesia General Hospital, 4 Elements Oilfield Services, and Eddy County DWI program. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this possible and to you for listening. Here's Lennon Annanens to kick things off. This one kicked deep. It's going to get to about the 5-yard line. They're going to take this one back. He's at the 20. Little bit of space, 25. He's going to get brought down at about the 26-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Should be close to that. So that one, you can tell, Ruben, Cavemen definitely wanted to put that one into the end zone to not have to deal with any, extra or special teams trickery. And it really was just a straightforward kick return. But with the wind blowing against Annanens, it is going to take an effect on how deep that ball goes.
Yeah.
6 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock. It is 19-13, and there you go, Ruben. That's got to be one of the more unique scores altogether.
For sure.
So here's the first snap to Best. Best fakes the handoff, takes it himself. He's going to get brought down just before the line of scrimmage. Looks like that should be a loss of a little bit, out of half a yard. They're going to spot this one right at the line of scrimmage. So the clock will run on this play here. Alamogordo getting the play in at the huddle. And it looks like Coach Widener does a lot of hand signals to the defense to relay the plays. Obviously, defense has to be ready when the offense gets to the line. Here's the fake handoff. Here's a pass there. Hit hard.
Oh, nice hit.
Good play there by Rio Sanchez. Textbook tackle there right as soon as the ball touched his hands. He got lit up by Rio Sanchez, and if he would have had the ball for about another half second, that would have been a fumble, I think, Ruben.
Yeah.
But no football play was made.
Yeah, no, he didn't really have a good grasp on it. He just touched his fingers and he got hit. So,
yeah, and it looked like they almost kind of like tried to get a receiver out there just to kind of keep Rio away from the play. And he took the perfect route to that ball, or to that player. So great play there by Rio Sanchez. One of the best tackles we've seen tonight. Here's the snap, rolling out to his left. This one, a line drive over the top.
Oh.
It's going to get picked off by no other than Rio Sanchez. Here it is. No flags
Nice.
on the play. Cavemen are going
Nice
to have
play.
this ball. And Ruben, that comeback we talked about possibly happening, this is the Cavemen's chance before the half with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the way Sanchez caught that reception, it almost looked like he could play, like he was auditioning for wide receiver.
Yes.
He just came up, squared up to the ball and made a great play on it and made a nice interception.
If you had to be touched by a defender in high school, he would have probably gotten another 15 yards there on that play when he got up, but that's not the case. You go down, you are down, and Rio Sanchez with a great play there.
So see if the Cavemen can put something else in the board or on the board. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left in the half.
All right, so 2 seconds left on the play clock. Here's the fake handoff. The pass goes over to number 2, RJ Hernandez, and that one just hits off of his hands and bounces out, unfortunately. So the Cavemen not able to complete that last pass. But wow, what a play by Rio Sanchez. Back-to-back Rio Sanchez show was on the TV right there.
Yeah, for sure. That was nice.
So now with 2nd and 10, Cavemen sending 3 receivers out to the left. It looks like Braden Flores is going to go out there as well. Munoz gets the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Brock Wright. Wright going to go to his left. Hard stiff arm to the face of his defender, but he's going to get down right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain there for the Cavemen, unfortunately. 5 minutes, 13 seconds. Clock is ticking. 19-13, the Tigers lead here at their home. Cavemen on the road with the all-white uniforms, white socks, all the way up to the white helmet for the Cavemen. I think, like we talked about earlier this year, most helmet combinations or helmet colors that we've seen in a season, Ruben.
Yeah, for sure. It's like they've got 10 different uniforms. Oh, that's the offsides on the defense.
All right, so we're going to see what they have here. And it is going to, yes, be a nice little bonus there for the Cavemen. With 4 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock, that 3rd and long turns into a 3rd and 5. Nice little penalty in the Cavemen's favor. Trying to get their play figured out here as the play clock runs down. It's 8 seconds left on this play clock. Cavemen still getting out to their positions. They've got to be quick. 3 seconds left. Still players moving. Here it is. Munoz hands it off to Wright. Wright's got some room to run, and he's going to get the first down and some. He's going to get taken down at the 35-yard line. Good run there by Brock Wright.
Yeah, it almost looked like a broken play, like he was not going to get the play off. And then once they handed it to Wright, he just said, you know what, I'm taking it downfield.
Absolutely. So right now it looks like we'll give you some scores from around the state here in just a moment when we get some break from the action. 3 minutes, 58 seconds on the clock. Munoz gets the snap. He's going to go right. He's going to turn straight into a running back right off the bat here, and he's going to get enough for the first down. So the Cavemen moving the chains at will there. So back-to-back first down for the Cavemen. This one's going to get placed at the 23-yard line. Cavemen definitely within field goal range, Ruben, for Lennon Annanins, but with 3 minutes, 35 seconds, plenty of time to move that ball up into the red zone and some, of course. Munoz asks for it. He gets the snap. He's going to give it to Brock Wright. Wright going to take this one to the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down.
I don't know if you saw that last play, but Brock did a block for Marley, and man, he knocked the guy down good. It looked like something that he really likes to do.
I was
is be
going
a
to say,
blocker.
He's built for that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Brock Wright with grown man strength. A junior on this football team as well. So Cavemen huddling up for the offensive play. Or the offensive play call, I'm sorry. We'll give you some scores from around the state here in just a second. Here's the snap. Munoz out to his left. He's going to take off running again, and
Oh,
he's
ball
hit
pops
hard. Ball pops out. I mean, he had to have gotten that ball punched out perfectly because it popped out like it was tossed back.
Yeah.
But it's going to be still Caveman ball there. Luckily, it did go out of bounds right away.
Yeah, Sanders right away touched it. It looked like it was still in the field of play. And
He jumped on it. He jumped
Yeah.
out on the field and got on it. So another score from within this district in the second quarter. Oregon Mountain beating Clovis 13-6. That's one of the scores that is relevant to the district right now. I think both.
Guess we have a timeout. Looks like timeout Carlsbad.
So Carlsbad going to get a timeout here with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left. Down by 6 points. The Cavemen 13, Alamo 19 here in Alamogordo. We're going to take a break, folks. This break brought to you by Stevens Inn, Tate Branch Autoplex, C&B Bank, and Gladys Scoops Ice Cream and more.
And you're clear.
All right, guys. Like I said before, Oregon Mountain 13, Clovis 6 right now, which I think Oregon Mountain beating Clovis would be a little bit of an upset here in the district. Looking at some other live scores that are available, looks like we've got Centennial and Hobbs. Hobbs beating Centennial 22-13. That's a big one because that's in overtime right now. So Hobbs could upset Centennial there. I think they're really close in the rankings right now anyways. It shows number 4 and number 5.
Yeah.
Good matchup. Here's Marley Munoz. Dropped back, plenty of time. Puts this one in the corner for Bobby Castañeda. It is not going to be caught. Good placement there.
Just a
but
little
good defense.
underthrown.
And who's there? Nathaniel Best.
Yeah.
And he is everywhere on this field for Alamogordo. But had that ball been a little bit deeper, would have been it would have been up in the air on who came down with it. That one just came up short. 2 minutes, 25 seconds here in the second quarter. So like I said before, Hobbs 22, Centennial 13. It indicates overtime here.
Field goal unit looks like.
All right,
Fourth down.
So 4th and 11 here. The Cavemen decide to go with a kick from Annanens. This one's going to be a 42-yard kick, Ruben. This will be a big one. Here comes the snap, the hold, the kick. It's got the distance on it. Will it? Does it go?
Looks
It
good.
does.
Yeah.
Good kick there by Annanens for 3 points tacked on to the Cavemen score. And that is a big one. 19-16 Cavemen. Gonna go back on the defense here. Gonna kick it off here. Ruben, any chance that the Cavemen take a risk here and go with a onside kick?
I don't think so. I think Alamogordo showed that their offense is pretty potent and it can strike really fast. So I think unless they were like a running team that took a lot of time to get down the field, with that much time left on the clock, I think it's taking a big chance. But, I mean, you wouldn't put it past the Cavemen because they can do whatever they want.
2 minutes, 25 seconds. They have been successful on every onside kick they have done this year that, to my knowledge, there have been a couple that have been, ruled against them. And I just learned on the podcast this week that you cannot, pooch a kick, hit a little pop fly, and catch it after 10 yards unless it hits the ground first.
Huh.
And it can't hit the ground first off of the tee, which I thought, okay, here's a workaround. Let's kick it straight down like we see in the pros and have it bounce off the ground. That apparently does not count as the initial touch. It has to actually hit the ground out of the air.
Huh.
So many rules there, but kind of takes out the surprise of what it could be. So here's Annanens to kick it off. He's going to take a full run at it, so it is going to be a kick deep. This one's going to be dropped at the 11-yard line. Looks like he does jump on it. He'll have this one at the 20-yard line, so really no harm, no foul for Alamogordo, but a little bit of a window there. The Cavemen could have got in there. Just happened too quickly for the Cavemen to make their way down there. But 19-16, 2 minutes, 21 seconds, and Alamogordo is going to take over here on the 20-yard line. Ruben, this is a team that we've seen so far already score very quickly. They can score on one big play, and I believe all three of their scores have came on big plays of over 40 yards each, including the pick six.
And all of them involving Nathaniel Best.
Yes. So someone to keep an eye on without question. Here's the snap. Best still going to hold on to this one, and he's going to get to around the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Just short of a first down.
We'll see if Alamogordo starts using their timeouts to try to keep that clock stopped, but it's 2 minutes right now.
Still have pretty good amount of time here, so 2 minutes on the clock. 19-16, Alamogordo with the lead here. They'd like to score before the half, but of course they do not want to give the ball up before the half either with the 3-point lead. Here's the snap. Best gonna look around for a pass. He's got pressure from all sides. He's going to throw this one away. Smart move there by the Alamogordo starting quarterback.
Yeah, he just kind of threw it in the area of somebody, but not enough to where it could get intercepted.
Exactly.
Any more scores?
Trying to look up some more scores, but right now it doesn't look like we're getting a whole lot of live scores. It's a lot of in-progress updates. Nothing big. So a minute 37 here on the clock for Alamogordo. So running low on time. Here's the snap. Best going to run this one to the left. He's going to get out of bounds, so he's going to stop the clock with the first down after about a 6-yard gain. Looks like last night Rio Rancho played Piedra Vista. That one was a pretty big matchup. Rio Rancho ranked 8, Piedra Vista ranked 11. Rio Rancho ended up winning that one 34-13, so a pretty dominant win there.
Yeah.
So nice play there by Nathaniel Best to get the first down. A minute 31 on the clock. Here's the snap. Best with the option play, and he just runs it himself straight up the middle. And he gains a lot of quick yardage, effortless yardage there, it seemed like. 15 yards on that play, and it felt like he was almost accidentally stumbling forward into that play.
Yeah, he just kind of stayed behind his blockers and kind of moved down the field.
All right, guys, we're going to be back here in just a moment, so stick around. We've got this break brought to you by the Laundry Basket, B&B Welding, and XL Energy.
You're clear.
Okay. Gotta figure out my microphone. Test. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Five seconds.
A 1 minute and 24 seconds remained here in the second quarter, right before the half. Alamogordo trying to put points on the board with a 19-16 lead here on the road for the Cavemen. Here is a run there by Best, and he has kind of overworked that play here on this drive. Alamogordo very clearly not trying to risk it in the air right now for a pick six, it looks like, Ruben.
No, Nathaniel is definitely their best offensive weapon right now.
Oh, and it looks like they are going to try and chance it in the air. Best with a ball deep, flag on the play, and that one just dropped right between the hands of number 19, Drake D'Orazzo.
And it looked like a holding play or something. It's a penalty flag for sure. Yep, holding on the offense.
All right, so that one's going to be a punch in the gut to Alamogordo, though that they didn't make that play regardless. It does stop the clock. It is 2nd down and 20. So they do have plenty of chances to to finish off this quarter with that 3-point lead. Cavemen do have 1 timeout. Alamogordo has 2 timeouts, depending on what they want to do. I think it'll come down to these next 2 plays on if Alamogordo wants to extend this quarter and try for that touchdown. Here's the snap. And here's nice little pass to the left side, and it is caught for about a 5-yard gain. It's going to be a timeout for Alamogordo with 52
They're still rolling
seconds left on the clock. I believe
They don't
forgot
know
to
about
stop
it.
the clock on the scoreboard there.
It should be probably like 55 seconds, but they stopped it at 44, so they probably have to reset some time. I'm going to look up the baseball score because baseball's going on right now.
All right, folks, we're going to be right back. Stick around. We got more for you after this quick word from our sponsors.
You're clear. 1 commercial?
Yes. Thank you. All right, so right now, still really good game here. Couldn't ask for a more exciting first half between these 2 teams that are just trying to fight their way into the playoffs. Alamogordo definitely taking this game seriously, as the Cavemen have to as well. Here comes what could be one of the last plays of the game, and this one's going to be a possible false start. All right, so that one is an offsides on the Cavemen, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it 3rd and 9 for Alamogordo. 47 seconds remain here. 1 timeout for each of these squads. As Alamogordo tries to move the ball upfield if they can. Downfield, I'm sorry. Here is another run by Best, and it looks like Alamogordo just trying to waste clock here. We'll see if the Cavemen allow that to happen. If they do, it will be just about enough time to finish off this quarter, and it looks like no. Cavemen going to call a timeout here, so they're going to make Alamogordo do one last play here, and if they don't get a first down, we might see a Caveman deep pass, just kind of a Hail Mary type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, with 34 seconds, and, well, we have no timeouts left, so 34 seconds, you've only probably got enough time for a couple of pass plays.
So, nice crowd here on both sides. The Cavemen bringing about, what would you say, Ruben? You're better at an estimate on people than I am.
There's 192 in the stands right now.
Okay, very good, very good. And right here on the Alamogordo side, quite a bit of fans here, probably about 500 fans on this side.
Yeah, at least 500.
Pretty good showing.
We have a player down for Alamogordo right now.
So it looks like Alamogordo going to send their trainers to check on this player. Still down. And they're going to help him up, and he's going to limp off. I think
that's
that
a
one
quarterback.
might be a cramp, but Ruben, that's a big deal because by far tonight he has been the best player for Alamogordo.
Yeah, for sure. You need him on offense and defense. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Cramps of his calf muscle or somewhere in his legs.
So hard to work out, too, because it's like it's almost like something that takes time, you know?
Let's see who their backup quarterback. Would it be number 2?
Looks like it could be. 34 seconds remain here.
Jesse Gulez. Oh, but they're punting, so I guess we don't know who the backup quarterback is.
All right, so here is the punt from Alamogordo. The snap's good. The punt is a little bit short. It looks like Castaneda's going to keep this one. He's going to go to his left. Don't want to use too much time, but if he can get loose, it won't matter. Here's a good run down the left side. He's got somebody.
Oh, my gosh.
He's all
Look
by
at him.
himself. Ruben, a touchdown for the Cavemen.
Man, he makes that look easy.
The timeout was the right call for sure. Looks like a late flag from the referee. Might have been an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is. I think the
Referee
touchdown's
was
going to count.
Referee pointing out a specific position on the field, maybe a certain player.
Hopefully
We'll
it's
see what
not
it
an
was.
offensive thing, but it's on Cavemen because you got Cal Sanders and the referee discussing it over there.
Okay, so we're hoping that this is one of those after the fact type
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
penalties. I think it might be
On the kickoff or something. We'll see
maybe
right here.
unsportsmanlike conduct or something. But yeah, something that takes place after the play, because that was an electric return for Bobby Castañeda, but this cannot come back, Ruben. That would be
Yeah, that's twice that we have seen
Awful.
Bobby Castañeda run back a play at least 70 or 80 yards. And, yeah, we definitely don't want that one coming back again.
Man, he just knows where to take his route. It's insane the way that he can find holes and make it work. And they threw the flag again. I don't know if they just
understand
wanted
that.
people to see that twice. I'm not sure. Or if there was offsetting penalties. We'll see.
We'll see right now with the referee. But, yeah, he just left on the ground. He's
Still no
pointing
call.
at it.
So unnecessary roughness on the offense. It looks like.
They're going to call it back is what it seems like to me.
We got a referee walking back the other direction. We'll see what they say here. Cavemen very upset, it looks like, and Alamogordo cheering on this play or this penalty call here. But Ruben, I mean, I didn't see what happened there. I thought I saw a clean return for a touchdown, but
Are they gonna
Cavemen
make him
heading back
re-kick
that
it?
way. What could have happened on that play? I wish we could go back in time and see it.
Yeah, and just look at the play. Maybe we can at the half. But
So they're going to mark this one back
almost
to
at
the
the 50.
50-yard line. So they're just going to kind of put it back to where Alamogordo had it and turn it around. So they've just basically canceled the punt, and the Cavemen are going to take over basically on downs from where the line of scrimmage was initially for Alamogordo. So another Bobby Castañeda return. I love to hear what Coach Sanders has to say about that one, and of course, Coach Millar, the special teams coach, who has had himself one heck of a year on special teams. I'd love to hear what they saw on that one there. So here's a run play. No, a trick play.
it's too
Castañeda
far.
tries to go over the top to Jaden Harper, and
Yeah,
that was the perfect pass to make, perfect play to start that.
Yeah,
off
Castañeda
with.
could kick himself because he threw it a little bit, probably what, about 3 yards too far?
Am
So
I
it was
just learning that Bobby Castañeda's lefty?
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
He doesn't catch lefty to me. I don't know how you catch lefty or righty, but
Not a lefty catcher. Huh?
no.
All right, 8 seconds left here on the clock. Tigers 19. Cavemen 16. Munoz, one more play. Plenty of time here. Caveman still blocking. He's going to move out to his right. And he's going to get this ball
Time
over
to-
to Eloy Lopez with no time left. Lopez
Oh.
going to fumble there. And this one's going to be a huge hit by Marley Munoz.
Oh, my gosh.
He wanted to get a lick there. He got it. Huge
Dang.
hit by Marley Munoz, the quarterback. He
Yeah.
popped him one. He doesn't get to do that often, so he took his advantage. But nice little play there. But, of course, with no time left, that's not going to do anything. Unfortunately for the Cavemen, they go back into the locker room down by 3 when they very well could have 26 up on the board right now.
26 or more, yeah, for sure. They really had 2 touchdowns that went back that I guess holding is what they called. But, yeah, Castañeda has made some good runs.
Absolutely. Guys, we're going to take a break. Band coming out for the halftime show, and we will be back shortly. Enjoy these words from our sponsors.
And at halftime, Alamogordo Tigers at 19. Carlsbad Cavemen at 6.
And you're clear.
Thank you.
Alamogordo Tiger band.
I do play the halftime, right?
Say it again.
I do just start playing the halftime
Yes, that's fine.
commercials.
Concession stand, booster table, open. Beneath the home stand.
Can you talk a little bit? say test, test, test.
Test, test, test.
Testing, testing, testing.
Oh, it sounds like the sound's better, but we'll see. Okay, folks, we're going to take a break. Thank you guys for listening on the stream. We're going to let the band do their thing. We're going to take a break and be back shortly for some words at the halftime. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Test, 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 test.
All right, you'll be out back on in 12 seconds. All right, 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 can you hear me?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here on the broadcast. Are we live, Crystal?
No, you got 8 seconds.
Okay.
Another commercial because I heard dead air. You got 5 seconds.
All right, guys, we are here at the half in Alamogordo. Beautiful night here on the road for the Cavemen. The Cavemen started out with the first, real possibility of scoring, but it was called back. Bobby Castaneda with a kick return right off the bat for a touchdown. It was called back for holding, and then Alamogordo was able to actually be the first to score after a long drive from the Cavemen. It ended up being, after, long story short, 19-16 at the half. We're now at the half, and what I've seen so far from this Cavemen team is resilience more than anything. We've seen the fact that they can go down in a game and not lose confidence, especially in the air. We have seen Marley Munoz get the green light basically every single drive and every single set of downs. He's throwing at least one pass. It is refreshing to see from the Cavemen as many passes as we've thrown in the last few weeks, and Marley Munoz just completely gained the trust of Cale Sanders, head coach for the Cavemen. It has been a real journey to see what the Cavemen can do. We did see another return from Bobby Castaneda on a punt, and it was called back as well. This one, it looked like for unnecessary roughness, and I'll have to get an explanation from Coach. We'll get the replay and all of that to see if that was a valid call or not, but unfortunately for the Cavemen, it did stand. They did go ahead and take a field goal to make it 19-16 earlier. That was a 42-yard field goal from Lennon Annanens. A couple of the highlights from tonight's game right there. Of course, Brock Wright with a touchdown on the ground as well, and the Cavemen have done a lot of damage offensively. The scoreboard won't tell you that. It seems more like a two-score type of game, but the Cavemen have gotten it into the end zone about 4 times tonight, 2 of them called back, and that is really where we are right now. This is a crucial matchup and a crucial second half, maybe the most important second half of the year for the Cavemen. If they win this game, the likelihood of them making the playoffs is quite high. If they lose this game, it drops out quite a bit because they will have to take on Las Cruces at home next week, who is, I believe, still rated at number 1. And also, I think they are on a bye week this week, so they're getting rest for that trip against Carlsbad. And then the last week on Halloween night, Hobbs on the road. So 2 tough matchups, 2 top teams in the state is what the Cavemen are looking forward to. So an Alamogordo win here on the road would really kind of put them a little bit more at ease, less pressure in those big games and those big matchups. Folks, we appreciate you for listening right here on Carlsbad Radio or on the stream. It does mean a lot to us that you do tune in and support Carlsbad Cavemen and Cave Girl Athletics. We look forward to doing more for you throughout the year, but right now we're going to take a break here at the half. Band still on the field doing their thing. We're going to take a break. Guys, you're listening right here on 96.3 FM KAMQ. I'm Trey here with Ruben of All Sports Best alongside Carlsbad Radio. This break brought to you by NGL Energy Partners, SB Energy Services, Southeast New Mexico College, and Tate Branch Dodge.
And you're clear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 5 seconds.
All right, guys, we are here in Alamogordo as the Cavemen walk out there. Just 40 seconds left on the clock, and Ruben, that is still something that baffles me, that we, come out so late, no warm-ups, no jogging, not much. I guess we do jog down
Right there, yeah.
one side of the field.
100 yards.
I just feel like as I played sports growing up that there was a lot of emphasis on making sure you're warm and loose so you don't get injured. And so when I see these types of things, I'm like, man, I guess whatever works. If that's something they're used to, if that's something that works, great.
Yeah.
Personally, I think I would be doing what Rio's doing right now. Rio doing some high knees, basically by himself.
Yeah.
That's the extent of the Caveman
Well,
warm-up.
just like the Alamo, just, you know what I mean? High knees, just some kind of maybe, what is it called? Is it called karaoke, where you kind of cross over?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, just to kind of get your body kind of loose and ready to go. But,
Exactly.
hey, if it's working, then we just keep on trucking. But we're going to have to make up for this deficit, 19-16 at the half.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so they reset the halftime clock. It says 2 minutes and 19 seconds still remain to be able to warm up.
Probably because that referee's still stretching.
Referee gave him the 2 minutes, said, hey, I need 2. And that's what it came down to, I guess. But all right, the Alamogordo Tigers gathering together, and the Cavemen doing much of the same, just trying to kind of keep things loose, keep things comfortable. And Alamogordo kind of with a mixture, it looks like, of lights, kind of the old school poles, old school look, but they've got the lights shining up as well. So I think they also have the same lights that the Cavemen
upgrade,
do.
yeah.
They've got yellow instead of blue like we do, obviously. But, yeah, pretty cool stadium here. Nice open field, great view of the mountains. You can't see them now because it's dark, but it's a beautiful night here in Alamogordo, and you really couldn't ask for better. The wind is just a nice breeze to top it all off.
Oh, yeah. I like this time of year because of that. But I love the way the field is so lit up, because these lights don't look like much, but I guess the way they throw the light down on the field, it's like all of the concentration is right there on the field where it needs to be.
I think the difference between the lights here in this stadium and the lights in ours is that ours are set at the front of the stands, whereas theirs are set behind the stands. So it really puts emphasis in the stands and the field, whereas ours is all about the field.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Lots of cool new things in technology nowadays in sports. We talked about it. I had an interview with Nolan Perry earlier this week. That will be released on Monday. And I was like, hey, is there any technology that you're using right now to help you train or help you keep track of your stats and stuff like that? He just kind of showed me his watch, and he said, got this Garmin watch. I asked him, how long does it last? It's crazy how technology can be these days. He said about on a full charge, about 16 days. Well,
oh, my gosh.
How long does a charge take? He said about an hour. So you're looking at 31 hour in between, or 2 hours. You're getting 32 days. You're getting a month. That's pretty cool. But
that is cool.
The technology is all around the field. It's on devices. It's in the helmets. It's everywhere now. And every single year it just keeps excelling.
Well, they called a timeout during the baseball game I was watching last night because the pitcher, his technology and his cap wasn't working right, so they had to kind of mess with it, and he so he could get ready to pitch.
Starting to lean on technology a lot too. Yeah. Okay, so 12 minutes on the clock, guys. The second half is now about to be underway. It's going to be a big second half for the Cavemen, a possible make or break type of situation. Ruben, let's see if they can do it. Here's Lennon Annanens kicking one into the end zone. That one had every bit of pop to it that he needed, and that's going to spot the Tigers at the 20-yard line after taking that touchback. 19-16, the Tigers lead, and the Cavemen are going to start things off here in the second half on defense, led by Colton McKibben, the junior, rated number 1 to start out the season in the state of New Mexico. He has had a pretty good season for the Cavemen, and when you get a tackle from Colton McKibben in the open field, you're looking at a dangerous one that is. So here is the first snap here for Alamogordo. There's Best. He hands this one off. This one's going to be a good solid gain there of about 7. That one a gain by number 3, Bryson Bloom.
Yeah, and it looks like Best is over the cramps and whatever he was going on in the first half, so he's ready to go again.
All right, so Alamogordo has scored has made all of their scores through big plays. Nothing that was close to the end zone, not a red zone touchdown. All of them big plays, kind of unexpected. And here's a QB keep there from Nathaniel Best, and that one's going to get to a first down, I believe. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it looks
We'll
like
see
they're
what the
moving.
referees say. And it is going to move the chain, so 1st and 10 now on the 30-yard line. 11 minutes, 3 seconds here on the clock. Tigers with a 3-point lead and a fresh set of downs. 15 seconds on the play clock. Cavemen in all white tonight. Alamogordo in all black with yellow accents. Here's the fake handoff. Looks like Cavemen in the backfield. Big hit there.
That's
going to be a huge sack for a 10-yard loss. Going to make it 2nd and 20. Nathaniel Best got held up just a bit by number 33 from the Cavemen. That is Isaiah Gayton. And he was able to slow him down before about 3 more Cavemen defenders came up and took Best down. 3rd and 19. That's a big play there for the Cavemen to try and set the tone here in the second half. Here's the handoff there. This one going to get a pretty decent amount of yards there, 10 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and 10. Yep. So we were right initially. It was 2nd and 20. And then they moved the chain gain moved it to 3rd down for whatever reason, and now it's 3rd down again. So here it is. 3rd and 10. Scoreboard and chain gang trying to keep us on our game, I guess.
Yeah, trying to get in sync.
So a 3rd and 10 play here for the Tigers, playing on an all gray and white field with black end zones, one of the more unique fields in the state. Here's a nice tackle there by Colton McKibben. Looked like there was room to run there for Bloom, but McKibben got out there and made a play. Flag on the play there, and it's going to be against Alamogordo. I would imagine that Carlsbad would decline, but we'll see.
Yeah, you would think they would, just to get the 4th down. And
they get 4th and 10 on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they declined it.
It is going to be a holding call, but Cavemen said absolutely not. So they wave it off. It's 4th and 10. They're going to send out their return team. They're going to send out Bobby Castañeda and Ty Young.
Okay, my question to you, Trey, is what happens if the turf is yellow? Would they have to get different color flags?
Yeah, I think that's got to be illegal. That can't be something they put down. We know blue is in Lovington. Carlsbad and most other places has green. Alamogordo with gray. And here's another referee's timeout. They might be trying to sync up the clock. Referees trying to communicate here right now to get on the same page, like you said. 4th and 10 here.
Why is he moving the football?
Alamogordo.
I don't understand.
And it's a 5-yard gain for Alamogordo with no penalty call there.
Just I didn't understand that.
Just a whistle and 5 yards up.
Or 4 yards.
Interesting.
Now this guy's going to pick it up again.
So referee
He's
blowing the whistle once again, and they're going to move this ball to the middle of the field. Ruben, what is going on?
I don't know. Maybe that's where the punter wants the football, and referee, that's his dad maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's like, hey, son, is this where you want it?
All right, 9 minutes on the clock. Here is the punt attempt. It was kind of bobbled. This one's going to be caught by Ty Young. No, bobbled, and he falls on it. So it's going to be downed at the 34-yard line.
That could have been scary.
Yes, it could have been, because he got hit pretty hard as soon as he jumped on that ball. So with 8 minutes and 54 seconds left here in the third quarter, the Cavemen are going to take over after that punt. Not bad in terms of field position. Down by 3. Looks like the cheer team, Carlsbad cheer team, walking the track to come and give some kind of gift to the Alamogordo cheer team. Not sure what's going on there, but here it is. Marley Munoz here in the shotgun. Got two receivers on the right, or on the left. One on the right, and he throws this one short. Looked like he was not on the same page as Bobby Castaneda. Castaneda was just standing there. He didn't seem to move a whole lot on that play.
Yeah, and it looked like Eloy was trying to block for him, so it was a play set up that way, but yeah, they didn't have they had their stuff crossed for sure.
8 minutes, 51 seconds. Cavemen need a big touchdown to try and set the tone here in the second half. Munoz with 2 backs in the backfield with him, and he hands this one off to Wright, who gets a yard on the play. It's going to make it 3rd and 9.
So it's bottom of the 8th inning. The Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners are tied 2-2.
Wow.
So that's a great game.
Both teams fighting for their life right here in the playoffs. We love it. This year, guys, we're expecting to do lots of basketball and baseball and softball. Excited to bring that to you as well throughout the year. 8 minutes, 12 seconds. Carlsbad gets to the line of scrimmage. 2 seconds left in the play clock. And it looks like it's going to be a delay of the game. And Sanders stomping his feet on the sideline there, yelling at Munoz, saying, hey, you got to pay attention to the play clock there.
Yeah, that's a big one, especially when it's 3rd down and 10 already.
It was just, it felt, Ruben, like no sense of urgency from the Cavemen on that play. Just maybe they had taken their eye off the play clock a little bit.
Yeah.
7 minutes, 58 seconds. Here's Munoz back. Throws this one to Harper. This one's caught. Sorry, that's to Castaneda. He gets open just a bit off of the catch, and then is able to get enough yards to produce a first down for the Cavemen. So he caught that one, got a 6-yard pass, extended that to an 11-yard completion. So nice play there by Munoz and Castaneda, the duo that has been so effective tonight.
Yeah.
Munoz moving right to the left side of him. He's going to get the snap here. He's going to run this one on his own. He's going to get about 6 yards on the play. And Ruben, tonight we've seen Munoz hold on to the ball a lot better than we've seen in past games. That was one of the biggest parts of his maybe offensive weakness. He's got the great arm. He's got great running ability. He reads defenses pretty well. And he just had a hard time holding on to the ball consistently. And he seems to have cleaned that up. Hard work and, a hard focus on that specific part of his game go a long way.
Yeah, and I feel like his confidence too, like he just goes and he puts his head down like Brock and just goes into the guy when he's running with the ball.
All right, so here's the fake handoff. The pass goes over to Eloy Lopez. Lopez going to get the first down, put his head down and get knocked out of bounds. So a nice gain there, about an 8-yard gain for the Cavemen. Nice play by Eloy Lopez. It's nice to get Lopez involved, in the pass game because there are so many options. We haven't seen Braden Flores get a ball yet, but he can get some pretty solid yardage when they take their eyes off him for sure.
Yeah, that's one thing. We've got Evan Leos that really hasn't been getting any balls and
Yeah.
R.J. Hernandez either.
Here's a fake handoff and a pass to Bobby Castañeda, who has plenty of room to run. Gets about 13 yards on the play and a first down.
I feel like they can spread it out and throw it out of the backfield like that all day.
Yes.
And have positive yardage because
Well,
he
one of
just
the-
looks so confident running the ball.
One of the biggest catalysts to a big play here for the Cavemen tonight has been a fake handoff. You think,
Yeah.
okay, Brock has gotten a lot of touches.
Mhm.
He gets 3, 4, or 5 yards for the most part consistently. So why are they not going to hand it off? Oh, there's a pass play. Here's what looked like it was going to be a pass play, and Munoz got hit back behind the line of scrimmage, and he forced his way back to the line of scrimmage. So no loss there for the Cavemen because Munoz fought so hard to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. I feel like he's not a really big guy, Munoz, but he's strong because
is
those
strong.
legs just keep moving.
5 minutes, 42 seconds on the clock. The Cavemen approaching the line of scrimmage once again with a 2nd and 10 opportunity here. 28-yard line, opposing 28-yard line.
We got trips on the right side.
Field goal range for Annanins. Here's the fake handoff. Here's a pass to Castañeda. Castañeda gets a nice block there from Leos, and he's going to get this one over to the 21-yard line. So a nice 7-yard gain for the Cavemen. They've been doing it big through the air, especially on this drive.
Bobby Castañeda's like, where's Waldo? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
they've got to pick him up in the backfield and go, okay, we got to get a couple of guys making sure we know where he's at.
Right.
We got to get a couple of guys making sure we know where Wright's at. And then, of course, you've got the other options, and you've got the quarterback that scrambles and runs too.
Exactly.
So makes it tough.
I love to see the Cavemen diversify. They have done a really good job of switching things up this year.
Yeah.
And here's the snap, the fake handoff to Wright. Munoz still has it. He's going to go get a first down. He's still up. A strong kid. He's going to hold on to this ball. So right there, another show of strength for Munoz. And, of course, we talked about this on the podcast. We know he's a strong kid. We know he's used to hitting kids. I believe one of his family members commented and said, like, this guy loves to, like, get into contact, and he likes the physical part of the game. But as a coach, as a fan, as, you know, a broadcaster, you're just like, we need him in the game.
Yeah,
Let's
for
get him
sure.
down. So, you know, take a couple of less yards. But here he is scrambling out to his left, gets a pass off.
Oh,
this
shoot.
one's going to get picked off at the 2-yard line. It comes up short. Had he aired that one out a little bit more, he might have gotten a touchdown or at least gotten it away from the defender, but that one was right at the defender.
Yeah.
It's going to be Alamo ball on the 2-yard line, unfortunately, for the Cavemen. A big swing in momentum here in the third quarter after that play.
Well, the defense is just going to have to step it up and shut them down because we've seen them do that, and they got 19 points, middle of the second quarter, so we've strengthened up a little bit on the defense, so we'll have to do it one more time.
So Alamogordo has relied heavily on Nathaniel Best to be the best on their team, and he has scored all 3 of their touchdowns. But can they get that momentum back up? They haven't scored in quite a while. Here's the handoff there to Bloom, and he's going to get taken
safety.
down. It looks like it might be a safety. Will it be?
No, they're going to say it's on the 1.
They're going to stop it at the forward progress. Makes sense.
Yeah, but it should be probably at the 1-yard line. I think he should at least have a loss.
And it looks like they're not. They're going to place this one back where
See, and
it
I don't
was
understand that because
originally.
they're not blowing the whistle right away, so they're letting them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Forward progress. There was no forward progress.
3 minutes, 30 seconds, and ticking here in the third quarter. So plenty of time for this game to go crazy once again. We saw a lot of back and forth in the first half. So here it is. Best getting under center here. Looks like they're going to try and push something forward to get some space out of the end zone, and he's hit hard right at the line of scrimmage once again. That one is a carry by number 14 for Alamogordo. Nathaniel Sedesetis. 2 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Cavemen down by 3 still, and they're putting Alamogordo in a tough situation here with 3rd and 8.
This is a big play right here.
4-yard line. The Cavemen can get a stop here. They're going to force a punt or a risky trick play. Here's the fake handoff, and he's taken down right away. About a 3-yard gain there. Wow. Gonna spot this one at the about 4.5-yard gain. But still, they're gonna have to get a punt out there, or it's gonna be one of the craziest risks you'll see in a game. So it does look like the punt team is out there. Ruben, lots of pressure. We don't think about it a lot because it's like, okay, it's punt team. Lots of pressure on the long snapper here because a bad low snap could be a safety. A bad high snap is a safety. Could be bad.
Yeah. You know, it's pressure on the snapper. It's pressure on the punter as well.
It is. And there he just got
Nice
it off.
kick.
Almost was blocked there by the Cavemen. And this one's going to get to Bobby Castaneda. He's at the 50-yard line. The 40. The 30. The 30. The 25.
Wow, that's a flag. That's a late hit, way out of bounds, and he tackled him pretty good. So that's a little frustration on Alamogordo.
All right, so it looks like they're going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. They're going to get some more yards back, and it looks like the coaching staff grabbing. It looks like they probably grabbed Castaneda and pulled him away. No, looked like another player pulled him away. Make sure they didn't get offsetting penalties.
Yeah.
So it is going to be unsportsmanlike, it looks like, or unnecessary roughness. It's going to be Cavemen putting on a few yards here.
Which is opposite of what usually happens when Castaneda makes a good run.
Right, exactly. So another great job by Castaneda. Ruben, he's been the star for the Cavemen tonight without question.
We're almost like if Alamogordo went for it on 4th down. Same field position. What are we on the 10-yard line? 9?
So, yeah, Cavemen 1st and goal, the 9-yard line. Here's the snap. And Brock Wright's going to have this one. He's going to get this, have about a 7-yard gain. He's got 3 yards to go. Solid play there from Wright, and no surprise. Looks like they're going to send out the training team. Unfortunately, another cramp, it looks like, on the field there for Alamogordo. Cavemen are going to get a little bit of a break here. Time to think things through offensively. Ruben, we're going to take a quick break and be right back. This break brought to you by Pizza Inn, Easy Rentals, Skeen Furniture, and Southeast Ready Mix.
Yeah, I think it's their quarterback again.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's what it's happening. He's getting a lot of cramps.
Yeah, that's tough for sure, especially whenever you're
Relying on him on both sides of the ball.
I would, if after the first cramp, I think I'd tell him, hey, we're only going to send you out there in crucial plays on defense.
Yeah.
That's it. And then after the second cramp, you might say, lock it down, dude. We got, just 2 more quarters left. I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you.
Well, 1 more quarter, yeah.
All right, guys. We are right back here in Alamogordo at Alamogordo High School, the gray turf. Here on the road, the Cavemen trying to pick up that win, down by 3. It's been 19-16 since late in the second quarter, and it has approached the end of the third quarter. It's 1:22. Cavemen with an opportunity here to score. Ruben, I think the safe move here is to go on the ground, whether it's Munoz or Wright. You don't want to see another interception here.
No, running the ball
close.
is the thing. Here he goes.
Here it is. Brock Wright's going to
into
power his way through into the end zone. No flag on the play. Cavemen take the lead. It's now 22-19. And Annanen's already out there getting his steps back, walking back his extra kick or extra point. So awaiting the snap. Lopez gets it, holds it. The kick is up and through. It's good. 23-19. Cavemen lead by 4. So they pull away from the Tigers. A field goal will not tie it anymore for this game. take the lead by 4 points. Cavemen might be looking to do an onside kick here, Ruben. I would love to see that risk taken here. If we can get that ball back, the amount of air that would take out of Alamogordo's sails.
Seeing me as I don't know, I guess a broadcasting coach, I would think no, because right now you want to give the ball to Best. Best has been cramping and struggling and stuff, so give it back to him and let your defense shut him down and try to get the ball back that way. I mean, sure, you can try an onside kick, but if not, you give them great field position.
That's a fair statement. You attack them where in their weakness right now. Their biggest strength right now is having problems, unfortunately for them, but fortunately for the Cavemen. In the biggest moment of the season, they're trying to get that dub. So Annanen setting his ball up on the tee. Talking to his kickoff squad, special teams.
I guess Woody only knows what they're doing right now.
Yeah, only Millar and Sanders knows 100%. Well, I guess the Cavemen kick team probably knows too.
And probably everybody in the sidelines.
There's a lot of people that know, actually. All right, Cavemen going to kick this one deep. Alamogordo going to return it. Got it at the 4-yard line. Here he goes at the 20-yard line, a spin move, 25. Gets to the 30. It's probably going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. That's where they're going to put it. So
pretty good run back.
It was. Kind of made something out of nothing.
Nathaniel Sedesetis on the run.
1 minute, 2 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Cavemen were able to have the ball in the third quarter for, I would say, about 70% of the quarter. They had it for a very long time.
Yeah, and it looks like Best is back out there. Tough kid.
All right, so waiting the snap. There's the snap, the fake handoff. Best trying to get away from his defender. He's going to get sacked. Good play there
by
Cruz. Number 94, Zaylen Pesante.
Yeah,
Big
it's like
play.
It's like Best moved, and he went by him, and then he was just right there. So he just turned around and got him. So it was
play
nice.
There. He had, he put that pressure on him, and he made that tackle. And that's one of the things that is tough, I think, makes sacks such a valuable stat line in the NFL is like you can get back there all day long, but to actually make the tackle is tough when you've got slippery quarterbacks. A good play there by Pesante. And there's the handoff there. That one goes to Bloom, and it gets him about 5 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and 11. So Cavemen with a unique opportunity here to just start kind of making this game go the other direction in their favor.
That's the quarter.
And that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter, folks. The Cavemen flip the script, 23-19. And they're here defensively trying to approach another turnover or another punt. We're going to be right back, folks. Stick around as we approach the fourth quarter here after this break. This break brought to you by Capitan Energy, Genesis Endeavors, and La Tienda Thriftway.
You're clear.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll get right back to it. All right, guys, we are back at it. Alamogordo with the fake handoff, looking for the pass. Looks like Cavemen putting pressure on him deep. Will they get the sack? They throw it, and this one into no man's land. So Cavemen going to force them to a 4th and long.
Their defense, once again, coming through for them, putting all that pressure.
Yes. "11 minutes, 50 seconds. The Cavemen defense really turning it on here in the second half, just when they needed to most. So Tigers got 7 seconds here on the play clock, 5 seconds. They get the snap off. Good snap. Punt is low there. It might give a good bounce to the Cavemen, and no. Good
Smart
idea there by Ty Young.
Very smart play. It looked like he was going to go after it, huh?
It did. I thought right there that he was going to make a bad decision with one guy right in front of him. That would have been possible disaster. You touch that ball and it gets knocked away. It's not good. So good, smart move there by Ty Young. He has been a solid part of the special teams this year. We've seen some cool stuff from him as well. Right there, very good move by the senior, I believe.
Yeah, yes, he is.
11 minutes, 39 seconds here, still in the fourth quarter of this game. Plenty of time left, plenty of time for fireworks on both sides of the ball, but we're going to see what the Cavemen can do. Can we see Marley Munoz push this ball upfield? He's got 70 yards to go. Here it is. Here's the snap. Hand this ball over to Brock Wright, and there's a flag on the play. That one happened right at contact, so we'll see if it's a holding call. And it is a holding call against the Cavemen.
Yeah, that's big.
11 minutes, 25 seconds, and you're definitely right. That is big. Huge setback there for the Cavemen.
The best thing about this quarter for the Cavemen is they've got the little bit of breeze going with them if they want to air one out, but I think you just keep the ball on the ground or short passes and just try to get first downs. There's no reason to try to get in the end zone on the first play.
1st and 20 here for the Cavemen, so the penalty sets them back quite a bit. Here's the snap. Munoz tries to drop back there, and he's going to scramble out to the right, and he's going to get out of bounds. So he's going to gain about 5 yards on that play. Not a bad little play there off of what looked like was supposed to be a passing play. He made something happen out to the right side of the field with his legs.
Yeah, and it looked like the coverage was all there, that he didn't want to throw it away or take a chance of getting intercepted, so he just went for a few positive yards and got out of bounds.
And Ruben, right there, when you watch him take off running, you're kind of like, okay, just get out. That's fine. You can get out of bounds right there. And he did, so it is nice. Kind of a sense of relief. 11 minutes, 16 seconds. Tigers have had 19 points on the board for quite some time. Cavemen 23 with the 4-point lead. Here's Munoz, who gets it up over the top. Almost one-hand interception there by the Alamogordo defender. A defensive lineman almost made an improbable play, but it's going to go down as an incompletion. So it's going to be 3rd and 16 here for the Cavemen.
It looks like the coaches for Alamogordo were listening to us on the radio because Best isn't back there where he normally is, maybe giving him a little bit of a break.
I mean, and that makes a lot of sense to me. I think if you're a trainer, you're like, Coach, you can keep doing what you want to do, but I would recommend this.
Yeah.
You saw it last night when Jackson Dart got hurt. He went into the concussion protocol, and his coach was yelling at the doctor like, we need this kid back in there. It's wild when you see that happen, but, I mean, coaches get used to their guys for sure. So here's a timeout there for the Cavemen. We're going to take a quick break and be back. This break brought to you by Eddy County HR, Triple T's Linings, Devon Energy, and BES Supply Store. All right, so Ruben, right there, I mean, again, Cavemen kind of put into a tough situation, 3rd and long, but they've had situations like this where they've come out with a first down plenty of times this year, and I think this year more than I've seen them in the last 5 years, they've been able to do that because of the reliable pass game.
Yeah.
So it's still 2-2 Mariners Tigers in the postseason NLDS.
Who are you for, Trey?
ALDS, I'm sorry. So here's Munoz going out to his left. This one, he's going to air this one out deep. Tried to get that one to RJ Hernandez, but it was about 7 yards away from Hernandez completely.
They're going to have to punt the ball.
So that's going to make them send it over to Alamogordo with 11 minutes left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. So plenty of time, plenty of football here left tonight, Ruben.
Yes, there is. They're going to have to get that defense out there again, but they're going to have to get a good punt off first.
Ruben, we used to see on the back of Cavemen helmets little stickers for achievements. Here's the snap, and there's the punt there by Castañeda. That one goes high and over the head of the returner. This one's going to get a nice bounce, continuing to roll. It's going to be down at the 13-yard line. Nice punt there by Castañeda. But we used to see stickers on the backs of helmets. We see that on the back of Alamogordo's helmets for, I guess, various achievements and things like that. But the Cavemen switched the skins of their helmets so often that I think that they just said, you know what, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know that they've done it for a few years now.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, it makes sense to not do it if you've got to have 3 or 4 different helmet selections.
Right. You'd have to reapply all the stickers every time, too. Maybe we can see if we can put some ASB stickers on their helmets for them.
Yeah.
Let provide those for them. 10 minutes, 51 seconds. The Cavemen lead 23-19 here in Alamogordo. A tight matchup. Here's the handoff there to Bloom. Bloom has some room to run, and he gets everything he can out of that one. About 12-yard gain. That's a first down right there, right off the bat for Alamo. Still good energy here in the stands from the Alamogordo fans. Cave Girl cheer squad on the other side doing their thing as well. So Best awaiting the snap. There it is. He hands this one off to Bloom again, and somehow another huge hole opens up. He's going to get 20 yards, 25 yards on the run for Bloom. He has become a star on this offense here in the second half a little bit more. He's gotten lots of carries, but right now it just seems like
he's starting to warm
wide
up.
Open to him.
Yeah. He's coming off, take a little break, but yeah, he's been tearing up the defense a little bit.
Tonight, Alamogordo giving the nod to pink tonight, breast cancer awareness. Lots of pink features in their undershirts, socks, and things like that. Cheerleaders wearing pink as well. There's the snap. He hands this one off. This one.
Oh, good stop by 88.
A stop at the about 4-yard loss there for Alamogordo. Big time.
Agustin Venegas slowed that one down, and then they got a group tackle after that.
That's a two-sport athlete right there. Plays baseball as
well. Oh, does he? Him and Connor Roberson, huh? And Eloy.
That's right, Eloy as well. I always wonder if Brock. You always wonder if there's a chance that some of these players can go, hey, it's your senior year, just come out and play. Just come out and try it. If they have some good talent, it's hard to be good right away.
Nice.
But here's another tackle for a loss there. That
37.
one by number 37.
Connor Roberson.
There you go.
Catcher.
You say his name, and there he is.
Yeah.
So another big hit, big tackle there for the Cavemen. So it's going to make it third and a very long ways to go for Alamogordo.
Yeah, I feel like Alamogordo was just marching down the field at will, and then a couple of plays in a row, the defense just stepped it up. So they're going to have to stop them one more time for sure.
8 seconds left on the play clock. So 4 seconds left on the play clock. This one might be close. They get it off with a second left. He drops back. He's going to take this one himself, and he gets hit. He got wrapped up and shoved to the ground by Colton McKibben. So good team effort, team tackle there for the Cavemen, and it's going to make it 4th and 14.
They're going to have to punt on this one because I feel like it's tough for them to try to go for it on what, 4th and 14? Is that what you got?
4th and 13, yes,
13,
sir.
yeah.
So, yeah, they do send the punt team out. They've got Castañeda back, obviously.
Okay, if you were the punter or if you were the coach, wouldn't you want to punt the ball like away from the Castañeda as far as you could, like maybe over here to the Alamogordo sideline?
I think so. I think you try and – but, I mean, you want to go straight at it because you can't get as many yards. But I guess it's better to put it, 7 yards shorter than you would straight on.
Yeah.
And not worry
keep it away
about,
from him.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, now they're switching sides. Now they're – oh, they got the ball moved back. I guess we missed on the penalty. Let's see. Delay of game.
All right, so didn't get the snap off in time. 7 minutes, 26 seconds. The Cavemen lead 23-19. And right here, an opportunity to really take control of this game even more. Here's the punt.
He listened to us.
He did. He heard you. They keep doing that. And a bad bounce for Alamogordo. It's going to make them give the Cavemen the ball at the 37-yard line. So Cavemen have a really good chance of moving this ball and burning clock, giving themselves a chance to score as well.
Well, I feel like the last possession, they didn't do so well, and they didn't move the ball. They had to punt it. So I think if they can get a couple of first downs, they can run that clock down quite a bit and at least get in field goal range, because the field goal range, it'll at least give them a touchdown ahead.
7 minutes, 13 seconds, folks. Cavemen have been fighting hard tonight for that playoff spot. This could be the difference maker, and they definitely know it. They're playing like it for sure. Marley Munoz in the shotgun. He's going to hold on to this one himself. He's going to get taken down at about the 39-yard line.
So we got a couple.
It looked like right there he got horse collared a little
bit,
didn't
yeah.
it? Is that still, that's not a penalty, I guess?
I thought it was, but maybe it's got to be a certain way. I don't know, because, yeah, he grabbed him by the shoulder pad.
All right, so Munoz has Wright back there with him as an option to toss it back, but he's got room to run. Here's a first down and some. He's going to get hit, and he's going to go down at the 42-yard line. So a nice 16-yard gain right there.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to option out, and he found that lane, and he just went for it and got a good run.
6 minutes, 34 seconds. 4-point lead here for the Cavemen, and they're going to be able to burn lots more clock with each first down they earn here. So snaps have to be crisp, and ball security is number one right now for the Cavemen. And here's the handoff there to Brock Wright. Wright going to push through traffic. He's going to get about 4 or 5 yards on that play. Good play there by Wright.
And the best thing about running the ball and about getting positive yardage is you can use up the whole play clock. So it's at least, 40 seconds, 45 seconds on every play. So that's huge.
So 5 minutes, 50 seconds, 20 seconds on the play clock, Ruben. You would figure you might try and burn clock a little bit, but at the same time, you never know what side of the clock you want to be on.
Yeah,
Alamogordo's able to get the ball and score right away. You might need some time. So scoring's number one on the priority list. Here's a pass over to Eloy Lopez. He makes the play and gets a first down.
Yep.
Another first down, Cavemen. When they move the chains, the clock will continue to run. Lopez got that one off of a batted ball a little bit, right?
It got deflected.
It was tipped, yeah. So that's the second play that a receiver has caught a ball off of a tip. We saw Jaden Harper do it earlier. Kind of a lucky play for the Cavemen.
Maybe it's a play.
It might be. It might just skip it off the defender. They hand it off to Brock Wright. Wright was figured out there early by the Tigers defense. It's 5 minutes left on the clock. Play clock or game clock still running. burning lots of clock here. Both teams have multiple timeouts. Tigers have 3 left. Cavemen have 2.
I feel like the biggest thing you got to do here is get in the end zone. You can't settle for a field goal. Get in the end zone and put the pressure back on the Tigers.
4 minutes, 36 seconds. Here's the snap. Munoz has some time. He's going to start moving around, trying to scramble. He drops it. He drops on the ball.
He got
it's
lucky.
going to be a big loss for the Cavemen there, though, about a 12-yard loss, but could be worse. They could have lost the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely a scary play right there, and he was lucky to get on it before the defender got there.
You just mentioned ball security, Ruben. It is so important in games like this, especially at the end when every single play matters, and a turnover could be the difference. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left on the clock, 13 seconds on the play clock. 23-19, big play here for the Cavemen. 3rd and long. Munoz
nice
make
move.
the pass, handed it off to Brock Wright. Wright's going to get about
Got a lot of them back.
18, 16 yards back.
Yeah, that's a. Now
So
they're in
gonna
field
have
goal
it at
range at
4th
least.
and 8, and yeah, a field goal here would put the Cavemen up 7. It would put them up a score. So if they send out Annanins, we know why. And right here it looks like no, they're going to try and
They're
go
going for
it.
it. Yeah.
Not a bad decision there by the Cavemen. The wind is behind you, though. If you do want the,
That the defense was, they're complaining they felt like the defense moved and went off sides, but
and there
there's
it is
another
again,
one.
But I think
But
the Cavemen have to act on it.
1 second left on. They called the timeout.
All right, so Cavemen didn't want to delay a game there. It did look like
They were doing a hard count, huh?
had drawn the defense off sides, but didn't quite get the call there. 2 minutes, 56 seconds on the clock with the timeout. Cavemen 23, Tigers 19. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, they might go for the field goal now.
You're clear.
All right, guys, this is an update from the Tigers-Mariners game. Bottom of the 10th, runners on first and second with 2 outs. Tied up 2-2 in game 5. This is the kind of game you wish you pay for and are there in person.
And Julio
It's a time to
Rodriguez
do
is
it.
the batter.
Wow.
Not a bad batter to have. They
All
probably
right,
walked.
so 2 minutes, 56 seconds here on the clock here. Cavemen with the ball. 4th and 10. They do not elect to put Lennon Annanins in to kick this field goal and put them up by 7 points possibly. They're going to trust their offense. Does it pay off? We're going to see right here. Munoz almost got sacked. He puts one up. He catches it. Bobby Castaneda for the touchdown. What a play. And the Cavemen look like geniuses right now.
Yeah, they did.
Deciding to risk it all, and there it goes. That's game, folks. The Cavemen
That's the confidence.
take that championship type of mentality into the 4th quarter. And there's another 6 on the board by Marley Munoz and Bobby Castaneda.
Yeah, that confidence just comes out everywhere, and he just
It
catches the
does.
ball and looks like, you can't stop me. It's pretty nice.
So here's Annanins to make the extra point, and it's good. So that's going to do it, folks. The Cavemen are going to take this home. It's 30-19. I'm sorry, it should be 31-19. Right? Wasn't it 24?
Yep, it was 23. No, it was
Okay,
23.
So 30-19. The Cavemen come out winners on this one, and very well could have just punched their ticket to the playoffs. It's still to be, determined, but
TBD.
now you go into a game against a team like Las Cruces at home. Yes, they are a great football team. I think they are still rated #1 in the state. But now you feel a lot better about going into that game knowing, hey, we've got 5 wins under our belt. It's a little bit more loose. We can have more fun in this type of game. And on top of that, we get a bye week between now and then. So there's a little bit of a break time in between.
That's true. And I feel like their confidence is just coming out. It's just, they say Cruces High's offense is really potent, and so they're just going to have to match them, play them 60-60.
Right. So with 2 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock, the Cavemen are going to take this one on a 2.5-hour trip home with a W. Big one here. Beautiful night to get win number 5 for the Cavemen. So Ruben, they're ensuring a 500 season at least. They'd love to see it be a winning season. They need one more win after tonight to make that possible. Here's an Annanen's line drive, skips up. Alamo's going to take this one. They're going to get it to the 30. Going to get hit and brought down at about the 32-yard line. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock as Alamo tries to get they're going to have to try and score very quickly to have a chance at this comeback here.
Yeah. With 2 scores, they've got to try to get something right off the bat within a minute or two.
All right, so Alamo band still going hard. They've done a good job all night long. A little show at halftime as well. I feel like sometimes that's something you take for granted.
Yeah.
Is the band. I think we saw it during COVID with no band, no cheerleading. It was not a football game. And there's a pass, just kind of a throwaway pass by Best as he was getting pressured. 2 minutes, 23 seconds. An 11-point lead by the Cavemen. They came into the second half down by 3. They had multiple opportunities. They had multiple opportunities to bust this game wide open with some big special teams plays. They were called back. Cavemen still able to fight through and win this game. Here's Best trying to get out of traffic. He's still got more pressure on him. Throws this one just into no man's land again and incomplete.
That could have been intentional grounding. There was nobody in the area at all, but they gave him the benefit of the doubt, I guess. And he was out of the pocket, huh?
Good play there by number 99, Sean Cruz, just continuing to pursue that play all the way through. So 2 minutes, 12 seconds here in the fourth quarter, folks. If you've been with us this entire time, we appreciate it. We know the boys appreciate you supporting via radio or online on YouTube. Best awaiting the snap here in the shotgun. There it is. Dropping back to get a pass off. He's going to have to scramble out to his right. Doesn't see anything he likes. Puts it up, and that's not going to be it. And Rio Sanchez is going to get a play or a pass interference call there. I don't like that call there.
I don't either. I don't
think
think
they were both going for the ball. I didn't see
and it
anything
wasn't catchable. The ball was
not
thrown
even close.
quite a ways away from him.
So it looks like that will advance the ball for Alamo. Kind of a bit of an unwarranted call there, but anyways. 2 minutes and 3 seconds here, and Alamo will get, I believe, a 10-yard penalty?
Something like that.
Maybe 15. Oh, it is a 15-yard penalty. So
it gets them to move the chains. That's the biggest part of that one.
Just 2 minutes remain here on the clock. And here it is. Best trying to find a guy over the middle, and he finds him, number 10. Alamogordo able to pull this one down. Number 10, Tristan Bowman, makes the play there, and there is a flag on the play. We'll see what it is.
You could see McKibben trying to just strip the ball out of his hands before he could even tackle him, before he even wanted to tackle him.
1:57, and this is a very slow clock here now in the fourth quarter with all of these. You know, of course, obviously they've got to worry about time management here. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, the clock starts now once they set the chains back up.
Ruben, I wonder what happened to the Cave Girls throwing stuff into the stands. We haven't seen that this year, but here's Best trying to get away from things. He's going to get a first down with his legs. He's got some space to run. He's finding some open space. He's at the 10-yard line. Gets taken down at about the 8-yard line. So Nathaniel Best is an athlete without question. We've seen that tonight.
And
Alamogordo has to score here in order to have a chance at beating this Caveman team. We're going to likely see an onside kick after this if they do score.
They almost have to kick an onside kick because they wouldn't get the ball back if they just kicked it deep. So, yeah,
right.
They're going to have to score here, though. That's going to be huge.
So the Cavemen can stop them from scoring within the next, I don't know, 30 seconds of time. It's going to really put the pressure on this offense again. So still 2-2 between the Tigers and the Mariners is wild.
Now the Tigers have 2 people on in the top of the 11th.
A minute 35 remains here in the fourth quarter, folks. Cavemen still in their huddle here.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you listened to the game last night or watched the game, the Dodgers and the Phillies, but it had a heck of an ending after the bottom of the 11th inning.
Yeah.
Heck of a way to end the game. Felt bad for the pitcher.
Want to give a plug to the All Sports Best podcast. You can catch it every week on YouTube or anywhere you listen to podcasts. We've got Nolan Perry, a special guest, coming on Monday. Also, Trevor Rogers coming up next week. Definitely one to listen to. Here's Nathaniel Best trying to run around and get a pass off there, and it comes up short. If number 21 for the Cavemen would have seen that
Isaiah
Duchesne. If he would have seen that one early, he might have gotten a jump on it and intercepted that. But I think he saw it a little bit late. A minute 27 remains here, and Alamogordo trying to use as little bit of clock as possible while trying to score this trying to score this touchdown, because they need to get the ball back after a touchdown in order to win this game. That would be an epic finish to this game. We don't want to see that as Caveman fans.
Another timeout.
So Alamogordo is going to take their second timeout of the half. They've got one more remaining.
That's a big one right there, because I feel like they could have got the playoff and saved that one, but now they got only one left.
Exactly, and the timeouts are crucial when you're trying to make an improbable comeback like that. Guys, we're going to take a break and be right back. You're listening right here on 96.3 KAMQ, Carlsbad Radio. This break brought to you by Tate Branch Autoplex, Southern Tire Mart, 4 Elements Oilfield Services.
And you're clear.
All right. So, guys, the Cavemen on defense right now, trying to keep Alamogordo out of the end zone. Nathaniel Best has been a hard guy to stop tonight all across the board, but they've been able to contain Alamogordo this entire half. So the entire second half, the Cavemen able to keep the Tigers at 19 points.
We got 3 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right.
Nathaniel Best gets the snap a little bit low. He's got somebody to worry about. Here it comes. Cavemen trying to pull him down.
And
there it is, number 31. What a play there by number 31,
37.
Miguel Gonzalez.
No, 37.
Number 37, Connor Roberson.
Yep. Yeah. He just stayed on him, you know what I mean? And
He
Best
did.
couldn't really do anything. He couldn't get him off him. Roberson's
And he
a
was
strong
trying to
guy.
go with the momentum of the tackle to try and still break away.
Do
but
something.
Roberson's a pretty fast guy. Here's Best trying to throw one deep on the right side. Pretty good ball there, and it's knocked away. Good play there by Rio Sanchez.
I don't know about that.
And a flag on the play. Sanchez had his hands up. It was a good play.
Yeah, that was a good play.
And he's asking the referee, what did you see there? I played a clean ball, but
Yeah, that was a good play on Rio's part, and the ball was going out of bounds. So, but he was going for the ball. It wasn't like he was just shoving him out of bounds.
exactly. 51 seconds on the clock, and after that play, which was a nice pass into the right back corner of the end zone, ended up with a pass interference. So Alamogordo is going to have another couple of downs here. 3rd and goal.
From the 11?
From the 11. Isn't that weird? We don't have a first down marker down, but
Well, because the original line of scrimmage was up there, remember?
oh, that's
it was
right.
first
Okay.
and goal, and then Roberson put him like 55 yards back.
Roberson was on a mission. It's a really good play. And right now we got a whistle on the field, so they're still talking about it, deciding what that call is going to be. But 51 seconds left in the game. Folks, Cavemen in a good position right now, up by 11. It's 30-19, but Alamogordo trying to get a quick score and get the ball back. Then 51 seconds. Cavemen continue to try and melt time off of this clock. Here's the snap to Best. He fakes the handoff, goes to his right, rolls a little bit more to his right, trying to find somebody. He's got pressure. Over the middle, he's going to get a touchdown.
Yep.
Great pass there. I don't know how he saw his wide receiver.
Did he call a touchdown? Because I didn't see them put their hands up. I think they
If they spot that short, that was for sure a touchdown in my eyes.
I didn't see them raise their arm, but it must
I
have been.
didn't either.
Yeah, because now
That
they're
is
spotting
weird.
it at the extra point range.
So now the Tigers with 25 points, they're going to try right here, I think, to get the 2-point conversion. I don't see any
They're
other
gonna have
choice.
to. Yeah.
So 30-25 now. Alamogordo is going to go for the 2-point conversion.
And that's their only chance.
And had they gotten a 2-point conversion earlier in the game and
Or
an
a couple
extra
times.
point,
Yeah.
they missed on 2 extra point opportunities. Crazy how that can come back to bite you.
Yeah.
Here's a play under center for Nathaniel Best. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got defenders, lots of Cavemen around him, and he's throwing this one away. And there he threw that ball away likely with their
Roberson.
chances to win there. Good job by Connor Roberson pursuing there.
Yeah.
Roberson coming up clutch here at the end of this game.
Now they're going to have to score a touchdown after a onside kick just to win the game.
47 seconds left on this clock. The Cavemen have to make sure they get the all-hands team out there on the front line, on special teams. I'd imagine Coach Millar has everything crossed off of his list of what he's got to tell his guys tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's huge right now.
So we will not be going to break. Too big of a moment right here. If the Cavemen can secure the ball, this game is over. If they can't, Alamogordo has a chance at winning this ball game in one of the most unlikely comebacks of the year. It would be very similar to what we saw the Cavemen do to Centennial at the end of their game, which was crazy. We'll see how it goes. So referee talking to the kicker right now. I'm sure he's telling him all the scenarios of what you can and can't do.
So we got McKibben, we got Wright, we got Flores, Castañeda,
Leos, and Ty Young over here
Harper.
on the right side. And then Harper on the left side.
we got Marley Munoz over there on that side.
Wow. They're making sure all of their
Ty Young, yeah.
well-rounded athletes are out there. They're skills position players for sure, and there's going to be a timeout. So we will take a break and be right back. One, please. All right, so guys, tonight has been an up and down kind of game for sure. In the first half, we saw a lot of back and forth, Second half, we saw a lot of defense from the Cavemen side of things. Cavemen taking care of business offensively, but it took a while for them to really get their feet under them in the second half. But when they did, they really kind of threw on the Jets. Now Alamogordo trying to give that last second push. Yeah, I mean, really, truly last second stuff. 47 seconds left on the clock, and Alamogordo is very obviously going to attempt an onside kick here. And
it's coming over here to this side because they got the heavy on this side of people rushing it. So I'm thinking it's coming over here to right or Castañeda, and they're expecting it over here too.
So here it is. The kicker for Alamogordo takes us one step back and about 8 steps to the left to go straight at this ball and hit it at an angle. Here it is. This one very bouncy, and Brock
Nice.
Wright catches that one on a candy hop and goes down. It's going to be Caveman ball game, baby. 30-25. Tigers do have one timeout. You'd imagine they might use one of them, but
no,
Cavemen,
not necessary. Yeah,
not necessary because they will run this clock out. So, folks, the Cavemen are going to take this one home, 30-25. In what could be the most important game of their year. Of course, other games, amounted to this moment now, but they came up big when they needed to most.
So if you're looking at the schedule, next week we have a bye, and then it's going to be Las Cruces High in Carlsbad, and then
Senior
Hobbs
night.
on the road.
That's right. So Hobbs on the road on Halloween night. Las Cruces in town in a couple of weeks on senior night to honor these seniors playing so hard this year. Here's the snap to Munoz, and he's going to drop back and really just try to waste clock here and then kneel it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I think that kneeling it out at the line's probably a little safer.
Yeah, it's probably the same because he's got 4 downs. It's not like
right,
now,
exactly.
Now, if he had to run about 10 seconds to not let them get the ball back, then that would make more sense. But in this situation, he was fine either way.
So right there, the play clock is going to be larger than the game clock, and it looks like Alamogordo is going to take a timeout here. Not sure why that is, but
it looks like you're fighting. My question is, does Marley Munoz get a negative yardage on that since he's going back?
So, yeah.
That's kind of like a take one for the team
Exactly.
stat. You know what I mean? Because it's like, hey, coach, I'm doing this, but you're making me do this.
Right. Is there a way to erase this from my stat line, please?
Can you give me positive on this? Because this is a positive in my eyes.
So a timeout from Alamogordo. They're trying to put time back on the clock. Not that it'll matter.
No,
not that it'll
because
matter.
this is the last play no matter what.
I don't know if this is just a show to their team, like, hey, we fight till the end. That's the only thing I can really think of. Coaching staff saying, hey, no matter what, we always feel like
to
we've
the last
got a
whistle.
chance. They don't have a chance here, but that's, a message they might want to be conveying here.
It's got 0 time on the clock. Okay, there it goes. Now we got 3.5 minutes.
Wow. All right, so play clock game clock still kind of struggling there. It's 35 seconds now on the clock. And Sanders has his hand up like, whoa, what's going on here? It was not that much time left when they tried to call timeout, but still they'll be able to run this clock a little bit more.
Well, they'll make the clock run when they do the kneel down, but then they got to do one more play after that. So
exactly. So they're going to have to kneel this one out. I mean, if I'm Munoz right here, I just kneel it right away because the clock isn't running anyway. So, okay, so nope, he's going to drop back, but you could get hit right there.
Yeah.
And he does. And see, to me, that they want a flag on that, but why are we? I mean, I'm just.
Yeah,
I guess
there's no reason to do that because he's got another play.
Exactly. I'm just confused as to why you get into that situation, but that's going to do it, folks.
Yeah.
15 seconds on the clock and ticking. Folks, the Cavemen take home their 5th win of the season in all-white unis against the Alamogordo Tigers on the road.